Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to yet another Ace Attorney Sunday, I suppose is what we call this. I guess I've never called it anything before. Welcome, gay
We should just
lawyers.
call it church.
Church, that's important. Yeah, that's valid.
I'm
Welcome to
about
church,
to take you
everybody.
as to church.
Senmaru, thank you for the
Got
head
great
pat there.
class.
I do appreciate it. I have received 487 head pats.
Wow.
That's a lot of head pats.
A lot.
Thank you. My head appreciates.
I imagine there's just like a flat spot developing
great
on your head.
Indeed. That's why I have the Apollo Justice hat to counteract the flat spot.
It was already there, though.
All right, Azalmagia, thank God you're here.
Yay! we were just saying a few minutes ago. I hope Basilmagia is here.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. It is Sunday afternoon, or it might be Sunday evening where you are, depending. But we are back once again with some more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We're on the final case. If you're wondering why there hasn't been Apollo Justice streams or other streams for a while, it's because I've been going through a bit of a UC flare-up. And it has been a bit, it's been murder, really. It's been much better now because I got on my prednisone and things seem to be... What's up, Marin?
I said I'll be right back.
Okay. It's much better than it was. I'm on prednisone and it's calmed things down. Things have settled. But for a while there, I just wasn't getting any sleep. And I was at the end of my rope. But I'm glad that that is not the case. And we're back to jump back into the fantastic, fun world of... depressing gay lawyers. Depressed gay lawyers. They're not depressing. They're just
Yay.
depressed.
That's kind of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Really quickly, let me thank people for following and subbing and dropping bits. I do appreciate your support, everybody. Shafi Asgar, thank you for the follow. Elara Amist, thank you for the follow. Envious Munchkin. What are they envious of? Did they want to be in the Lollipop Guild? Thank you for the follow. K-Tarn30, thank you for following. Pendulumist Luck. No, wait.
I'm back.
Pendulum Best
Okay.
Deck. There we go. I figured it out. It looked like it said Dumbest Luck, which I was like, I guess you need dumb luck if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But Pendulum Best Deck. Thank you for the follow. I question if the Pendulum decks are the best. I've not really used one myself. Chloe Lou Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you for the follow. Randomized Sims 21. Thank you for the follow. Can you get a randomizer for Sims? Can you play a Sims randomizer? I don't know how that would work. I guess Sims is always randomized.
Would it not? Is there not just like a randomizer on the character creation?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Would that be it?
In my head, I'm like, because everybody plays these randomizers now, like the Ocarina of Time and all that. And I'm like, okay, that's a cool gimmick for RPGs. And then I saw the randomized Sims and I was like, how would that work for a game that wasn't an RPG? I guess it wouldn't. Firemind EX, thank you for the follow. Afro Archangel with a 1 at the end. Thank you for the follow. Dankdar7, thank you for the follow. We like him dank here. Was just
got
Jerry,
great
thank you for
class.
resubbing with Prime for 19 months there with a very important message. It's dangerous to stream alone with Marin and Soupy. Take this. Hands over, bonk hammer. Well, welcome. Thank you so much.
You'll need it.
I will. This chat will need it too. Thank you for the
Hands
resub
over.
there with Prime was just Jerry. Thank you for the 19 months there. And Senmaru, thank you again for resubbing at tier
got a
1
great
for 30 months. Thank you. Holy cow, that's a lot of sub. Thank you for the 30 months of support there. Michael Muto, thank you for the follow. Artist Grim, thank you for the follow. And thank you for the kind words in chat. I do appreciate it. Glad you liked the model. Thank you. Dame Greywolf, thank you for the follow. Rock Rulin, thank you for resubbing at tier 1 for 2 years. 2 years of Rock Rulin. Holy cow. That's amazing. Thank you for the 24 months of sub Rock Rulin. Samurai Tiger 19, thank you for resubbing for 18 months. 1.5 years. Woo! Woo indeed, Samurai. Thank you for the resub. Tay Samey, thank you for the 100 bits. Hooray! It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking in. Thank you for them 100 bits. And here's the Azalmagia with helping us remember what happened the last time, because we played one section of the final case and then my flare-up happened, so we're a bit lost for... we're a bit out of our element as far as the plot goes. But the Azalmagia is here with 10 bits and a recap saying, last time on Apollo Justice, Phoenix revolutionized the legal system and reinstated a jury for completely innocent and non-personal reasons. At the same time, he hired Apollo to defend Vera Misham from the charge of murdering her own father by poisoning his coffee. After following up with Emma and Valent, who was curious about a mysterious envelope that Trucy received as a recycling day present, we were directed to meet Cy, a reporter named Spark Brushel. I get the feeling people don't like Spark Brushel from how all the reactions have been.
I mean, you'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. You will experience Spark for yourself.
Yeah.
And Ryu Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. Funny thing, I've been watching the Ace Attorney anime just so I can experience it, and because I missed you all so much. Oh,
Aw.
I feel bad that you
I'm
had to.
so sorry. Yeah.
You had to lower yourself to watch.
That is not a good substitute.
Don't know. Thank you for the 10 bits, and I'm sorry. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Can it fuck me?
Can it fuck us? 10 to
Yeah,
1.
if you're gonna watch the Ace Attorney anime, make sure you also watch the bloopers.
Yes.
That's the most important part. Tentamon07, thank you for resubbing for 6 months there. What up, nerd? What? Thank you, Tentamon. Love the name. And Pixel Links Me, thank you for resubbing at tier 1 for 15 months. Decided to get the game because I'm picky with who I watch, and all I must say is that piece of shit. Okay.
There's like a few people that could be about.
Could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Skilderic. Or Shilderic, thank you for the follow. And Ryu Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. It's not all I could think about was how the games were better, lol. Yeah, that's the experience of the anime.
Yeah.
There is an Ace Attorney anime, Calico Jackal. Your results may vary depending on how you feel about it.
I would not recommend watching it.
Yeah.
But speaking of watching...
But I will say, with Christmas coming up, the Ace Attorney movie is technically a Christmas movie.
I would also not recommend watching the Ace Attorney movie. Don't... Just...
You don't want to see Gregory Edgeworth in line to get into hell?
All I'm saying is if you want to watch an unhinged adaptation of Ace Attorney, watch the one that I haven't made yet.
Coming to you soon.
Soon? I need $150 million. I'm really mad. I put out a tweet on Twitter where they were like, shoot your shot. What do you want? Twitter's dying. And I'm like, all right, I want $150 million for my Wachowski sister Ace Attorney adaptation. But nobody gave me $150 million. I'm very upset. Mm-hmm.
Ninja Warlord, thank you for the 10 bits. Did you find the Pegatorium while you were away? And that's a perfect segue to introduce, first of all...
start writing it again.
Yeah.
Our lovely co-hosts. We are without a Dilphosaur today, unfortunately, but we obviously send our love to Karina. But today we have Marin. Marin, hi.
Marin Marinson.
Marin Marinson.
Marin A. Marinson.
Marin and Marinson.
Oh, hello, everyone. It is I here today with your gay update. I'm very excited, y'all, because, well, first of all, I wrote another, like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 words or so of the Pegatorium with Soupy. I mean, Soupy didn't help me, right? We like body doubled as we co-wrote our own
It's up to 300,000 words now, guys.
Wow.
No, it's just shy. It's just shy of 26,000. Okay.
300,000 words and another 150,000 to go.
I'm trying to wind down. I'm winding down. Only another 5K to go.
Well, they got to talk about their feelings, so.
Look, there are some people who come very quickly, and there are some people who need a big buildup, and I'm the latter, okay? Need big buildup, big wind down.
Okay.
But that didn't even have anything to do with my gay update. I'm building a computer and it's gonna be the gayest computer ever. I'm very excited. I bought a bunch of parts because I replaced my graphics card a couple years ago before the fucking crypto mining made them insanely expensive. And but all my other parts are from like 2012, 2013, so I kind of need new parts. But I made sure to get like all the parts that have like rainbows in them. So I'm gonna hook it up to my fancy motherboard, and then I'm gonna fucking make it all glowy and shit. And apparently you can get like custom covers for your GPU. and they help like dissipate heat and stuff like that. So I'm very excited because I want to commission Dilphosaur to draw Miles and Phoenix like making out like tongues and all this other shit. I don't know. We haven't discussed the project yet, the full scope of the project, but I do want a gay picture of Phoenix and Miles making out, and then I want that to cover my GPU because I want everyone to know like what actually powers the computer, which is homosexuals. And then
Yeah.
I have to find a cute little figure to lock in prison because some people will put like little figures in there because most computer cases now it's not just like all metal now. Like you can get cases that have the big glass side.
Yeah, like the windows.
Yeah, so I got one of those that has a glass on the front and on the side. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna put pink fans in there. I've got a nice white rainbow like CPU cooler, and then I'm gonna put an RGB makeout session with
Do you think that Miles Edgeworth figure with a very detailed ass will fit in there?
I think it might be too big.
But the ass is too fat.
Yeah, the ass is too
No!
fat. But I do have the tiny Miles, the tiny headless Miles that came with his own
Oh, okay.
little. So I could just keep a little headless Miles on top of
Yeah.
my GPU.
Is that like Sleepy Hollow, but lawyers? The Hessian.
Yeah.
Christopher
Do you have like
Walken.
a little horse figurine that you can put him on?
Thank you, Rock Rulin, for bonking Marin there. I think that's an appropriate segue as well. Jumping all the way over here on the food aisle, we have a selection of soups. Very, very
Indeed.
hearty.
I'm at soup.
We're at soup,
You got a great
guys.
butt.
Snow the First, thank you for resubscribing with Prime for 5 months. But we are joined, of course, by the fantastic Soupy. Hi, Soupy.
Hi. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody who celebrates Thanksgiving had a good Thanksgiving.
Of course.
I'm still recovering from cooking, so I'm so sleepy.
Completely
Yeah.
no soul Thanksgiving, I forgot to say. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanksgiving is lame.
It's not my fave.
I mean, it's an excuse for, making a big fancy meal and having people over so you can feed them, which I always enjoy.
Yes.
So
That is nice. I just wish that like cuz see my complaint is like you're going to fucking have a holiday all about eating and your main protein is going to be turkey. Come
okay,
on.
listen. Turkey can be good. There's just certain people you can't trust with it.
It can be good.
And also, usually the people you can't trust with making a turkey generally ends up being 95% of your family.
Yes. See, that's the biggest issue. I can't trust anyone.
And it doesn't it doesn't have to be turkey either.
It's true.
I can't remember who it was, but someone in my raid group said that they were making a brisket instead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, our friend made brisket too.
Oh,
And
really?
like I'll usually make like a ham. But I
Yeah,
had
ham
to
is
wait.
perfectly fine.
I had to wait 20 years before I was allowed to make a ham.
You weren't allowed.
What do you mean you weren't allowed?
Because my family are terrorists.
Oh, right.
Well,
Turkey terrorists.
Yes, my family's like, why you want to have ham on Thanksgiving? It's Thanksgiving. Eat turkey. My parents would complain that I would make them dinner because I spent too much money on the dinner.
wow.
You got a
Ungrateful.
great butt.
Yes.
Mystery Stream, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months there. How's the gays doing? We are doing all right. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a
We're
good
gay.
Thanksgiving. We are gay.
They are turkey terrorists.
Turkeyrists. All right. Yeah, but I as someone from England, Thanksgiving still
You got a
not
great
like
butt.
high
Yeah.
on my list in general.
That makes sense. It never was like high on my list till I started making it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, because like I didn't used to like stuffing. I didn't used to like mashed
Oh.
sweet potatoes. But it turned out that the people making those things every Thanksgiving when I was a kid just sucked at making them.
Okay, so you're talking a big game. Where's our Thanksgiving invite?
Well, I guess next year you guys are coming for Thanksgiving and I'm making the full Thanksgiving
Yes.
spread.
Yes.
Darn. I did not want this.
By then we'll be on the 5th Phoenix Wright game, I bet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We'll have made it like halfway through Dual Destinies.
Vampiro,
were
thank you for
younger back then,
resubscribing
more
at tier
motivated.
2 for 27 months, and I won't. Thank you. I do appreciate the support. All right, so yes, for those of you who are not, well, none of us have been here for the last few weeks because I've not been streaming, but for those of you who need a quick recap, Azel Magia gave us a bit of a detailed one at the top, but essentially, we're in the final section of the game. We're in the final case of the game. Phoenix Wright, who lost his job 7 years ago, was it?
Yes.
7 years ago, he did
Sure.
something that caused him to lose his job. He got kicked off the bar, and he
They
started
kicked him off the team.
started to work in an actual bar as a piano player, but he was shit as a piano player, and he was a good gambler or something. I don't know. Good at card games. And
Yes.
now we, Apollo Justice, are the ones rising in the ranks of law, trying to, bring justice, etc. It's our name. Don't wear it out. And we did a bunch of cases. I don't really want to go through all of them. Thank you for the hydrate command there, Yami Moru. But the gist of it is, in this case, Phoenix Wright is like, we're going to bring juries back. Isn't that wild? And we're like, okay. And he is like, you have to prove that this system works, or you have to test the system. And I'm gonna assign you this case that is a murder. And also, it's very obvious that something else is going on here. I'm doing a bad job of explaining, but
No, you got it basically. You
yeah,
explained it better than Phoenix Wright would.
bad. Yeah, fucking Phoenix is like, you take care of this, and obviously there's going to be some big revelation that I fooled you into taking part in. But the gist is somebody died. Who died?
Drew Measham.
Drew Measham, who is the father of the suspect.
Yes.
Vera Measham. And she's like a hikikomori or something. She doesn't like
Yeah,
talking.
basically.
Yeah.
She barely talks. She's like barely left the house all her life, I think.
And he didn't let people, the guy who died didn't let people in the place where he's painting. She's the only one who could get in or did go in. And
yeah, but he was like doing like a once in a lifetime interview with Spark Brushel.
That's right. I forgot about he's like the Willy Wonka of artists. He's like, I'm secret.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, nobody gets to find out. And then
we will reveal eventually that he did die in a chocolate fountain.
Oompa Loompas are responsible. The jury is out. I mean, Kay could not Kay. What's her name?
Trucy
could be an Oompa Loompa.
True.
See. Anyway.
We just don't know.
But the gist is Drew Measham died, and we think he was poisoned because there's poison on his mug and also in a tiny little frame, a little tiny square frame.
Yep.
And that's atroquinine. Atroquinine?
Atroquinine.
Atroquinine. And also we're talking to not Magnifi. Magnifi's the guy who died?
Yes.
This guy is...
Well, Magnifi's been dead for like 7 years.
Yeah. Valent Grammary. There seems to be something else going on, but mostly he seems just like a big fop who is big into magic. and he's very respectful of the rules of magic, so he won't reveal secrets or anything like that.
But didn't they say he did like a show in the grocery store parking lot or something?
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Love it.
The honor of the grocery store parking lot show.
Yeah.
Dark Jade, thank you. Speaking of details in the recaps, we also got to use some very interesting investigation tools provided by Emma, who knows how to use them really well, which raises a question. Just how hard are the exam questions on the forensic investigation test, or was something else at play, given she clearly knows her stuff? I don't know.
Or maybe she
has depression.
Tests. Yeah, she has depression and anxiety, okay?
That
Same,
could apply across the board here, I think.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn the game audio on. So we got music now. Can you guys hear that? All right, sweet. And I don't remember how we got to this point, but it looks like we're going to be asking about Mr. Brushel, the journalist. I think we showed him the envelope that we weren't supposed to do anything with until the time was right.
Yeah.
Let me read this.
Ah, looky here. A handwritten signature. It says, I can't read it.
That seems odd to me.
This sign can't stop me because I can't read.
I can't read. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it?
Isn't it enough if you can read your own?
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
And I forgot we also did like a 3D scan thing on a bunch of
Oh, on the paintings?
on the red envelope. We found like Texas
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
Dreamisham.
Yeah, we were able to like look through the layers.
I've deposited the
We didn't have to
100,000
steam the envelope open.
Right. In the designated account, please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. All right. And I don't know what that's about. I don't
It
remember.
seems like a lot of paperwork for something that's supposed to be a secret.
Yeah. Send me lots of papers. Send me in triplicate.
Yeah. Send me a receipt.
All right. So let's just chat about Mr. Brushel.
Sure.
A man by that name called on me just now.
Just now?
Rock Brulin, thank you for the 10 bits. My guess, Emma keeps failing the forensic investigator test because she keeps throwing snacks at the examiners. That might dock her some points. Valent's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valent's feet step away. No, Valent's feet step always forward. That is all.
That's all very confusing.
I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Oh, he wanted a news article written about his show.
Yeah.
Yet he had ears only for that incident.
That incident?
In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Gramarye.
Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went?
Mordian, thank you for the follow. I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators.
Just say prison.
Jail.
The detention center.
He was a rude individual. Might I see that card?
Sure.
He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him.
Sir, just deal with your feelings like a person.
It's like that It's Always Sunny episode
Think
where they
anybody in the Ace Attorney universe has had therapy?
No. I don't even think therapists exist. Wait, no, Adrian had one.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So Adrian was the only one who had a therapist. That was the only therapist.
He's the only person who has heard of therapy. Ooh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick.
Is he gonna fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
I don't think he's gonna fix it.
I don't think so either. What happened to the big magic?
Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped?
Magic is dead.
He must have really not liked that journalist.
Magic. is
Now
dead
the time has
before it
come when I must
moves.
return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Thanks, Uncle Valent.
No one likes you.
3 days from now, make ready for a miracle.
What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valent react like that to this envelope?
I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
It's hard for me to hate Valent. I think I would hate Valent if he was more of an important character more often, but he was a supporting character in the last case, and he's still not huge in this one so far. So I'm entertained by him more than anything. All right.
Tap 2 GG says, Valent is one of the magicians ever.
He sure is. One of the magicians of all time.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go to the detention center.
Yeah. So probably through.
That's fucking
Let's
bad.
sit
Yeah,
on
indeed.
Phoenix.
Yeah, sit on his face.
What that face do?
What that neck do?
I want to make your button disappear.
Now I am the face. Isn't
What
this
that
upsetting?
Kuribo neck do?
Isn't this
Two
upsetting?
for the price of one.
Slightly.
Hi, I'm Phoenix Wright.
I just want to fucking.
I don't give a
stop.
shit.
It's Recycle Your Plastics Day.
Rari Karika, thank you for cashing in your star tips for a doodle la 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 la. Objection. All right, let's go to the detention center. I'm sorry if I scarred any of your minds there. October 7th, detention center visitors room.
Scar me with your boobies.
What is this, Drew Misham? No, that's the
don't-
dead guy.
Your mission is dead, so I
It's
don't
not
think
him.
so.
Vera?
Is
Am I
this
Vera? Who's Vera?
Vera?
I think you're Vera, Marin.
I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money.
No.
Oh, this is
And
Spark
quote.
Brushel.
Oh,
Spark
this
Brushel.
is Spark Brushel. You
I-
sound so cute, though.
Are you doing Spark Brushel? Who's Spark Brushel?
I think
I
you're
thought-
Spark Brushel.
I think that's you, Martin.
All right.
Hi,
weird.
Nico.
All doing it for the money. End quote.
No, 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 no. Not at all.
Looks like someone's already meeting here.
I don't know what to do with this guy. I have to see him first.
Yeah. Maybe that reporter?
Oh God. No, God. No, God. No, 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 no. God, no.
Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be?
Dear God.
I just want to remind you that
This isn't even the worst part.
Karina bullies Barrett Letty by comparing
Oh,
him
yes.
to
He does look like Barrett. He does look like Barrett.
You poor Barrett.
Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here, even though that's why we came here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey.
Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits. Excuse me for a moment. I gotta go hug Melvin real quick. Don't blame you. The Azulmagia, thank you for the 10 bits. I love how you've seen him for 5 seconds and already hate him. The Rock Ruin, thank you for the 10 bits. So, what is your everything?
Hi, Meatball.
Talk about a nervous monkey, though.
You? Your Justice? You? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans. End quote.
Mystery Stream, thank you for the 100
Some
bits.
people notice him staring.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Mystery. Now is the question, is he worse than Hottie? Well, he's not done anything that bad yet. He just has existed. Which is
pretty
bad
bad.
enough.
That's not true. What's he writing?
This music is upsetting.
Are you a reporter by any chance?
Ooh, you're Trucy.
Why's he got his hands like that? Eh? Am I famous?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No.
Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote.
I hate. I thought we got past this.
That's so not true.
Is it not?
Just hold
Only
on.
partially true.
Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy.
Interview.
So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote.
Zandahar, thank you for the follow.
No! How many times do I have to tell you this? God!
Elzelmagia, thank you for the 10 bits. Also, is it just me or are his teeth photorealistic? I almost read that
God.
as are his teeth problematic, and I was about to say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him.
Did you come here to interview the guard?
Oh, wait, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone who'll go plumb crazy. End quote.
Huh.
Why are you in there?
I should have guessed.
I forgot she had the Cheshire Cat kind of color scheme.
Oh, yeah.
Where are my manners? Name's Brushel. Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just close his eyes, rats, end quote. What's
Stop
that
smiling.
nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins?
Martin,
What?
who do you hate more? Natalie Portman's smile or Spark Brushel's smile?
Spark Brushel's smile easily. Come on. I can at
Wow.
least, when Natalie Portman smiles, I can look at the rest of her face.
Yes, it's true, because Natalie Portman's smile is beautiful.
Everybody, okay, we're gonna get a picture.
It's
I
too
would have the
radiant.
spaghetti with a side salad.
I didn't know you had such a thing
Salad is
against
on
Natalie
top.
Portman's
I sent it
smile.
Oh, I
Yeah.
absolutely do. And Pixel links me, thank you for cashing in your star chips for an I send it back.
Send back the mint.
Hang on. It's important that I get the right picture so you know.
It's important that he gets the right picture so you know how much he hates Natalie Portman.
Damn it, they're not showing like. It's a frame
like-
off.
Martin
He's like,
wants
oh,
to
I can't find
insult-
pictures where she's ugly enough.
No.
Martin's just having a real hard time trying to find the ugly picture of Natalie Portman that he's trying to
Turns
paint.
out there aren't any.
Yeah, because
Well-
Natalie Portman is beautiful and perfect. And my
Here we go.
wife.
Found it. Perfect. Natalie
Martin wants to
Portman's
talk
smile
shit about my
is
wife.
comparable to his smile. And she even has the. She's cosplaying him. She is cosplaying
can't
Spark
see it.
Brushel.
What? Is she?
No.
Yes.
Where is his
Look
little
on-
forehead grill?
Well, she's gone overboard, obviously. Ah!
See, you're just weirded out by the makeup.
I'm weirded
That's
Yeah,
out
all
the
the
it is.
makeup makes
smile.
it extra weird.
This is the
Yeah.
smile.
But her bottom lip mostly being like the same color as the rest of her face makes it look like weirder.
Yeah.
I'm just stunned that like she
If it
looks
wasn't
so
for
much like
that-
him.
Oh my god.
Martin, she only looks so much like him
Look at her.
When
She looks so
you-
much like him.
when you want her
She
to look
doesn't.
so much
She's
like
got
him.
them shit blood, the red spots on the cheeks. She's got the white face paint.
Oh my god.
Martin, that's a 5 o'clock shadow that he has.
What?
That is a
Yeah, he
5
has a
o'clock
5 o'clock
shadow.
shadow.
Why is it so pale?
That is
'Cause
not a
he's
question
gross.
I can answer.
Because
Yeah,
he's gross.
because he's gross.
Yeah.
Some people are just gross, Martin.
L Train, thank you for cashing in your star chips for the pro badger. I think I
He
made
hasn't
my point.
exfoliated his face in ages.
I've made my
Yeah.
point.
Oh my god, if somebody cues up Natalie's rap, then I might need to go to my bunk.
Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is.
I really want her to yell at me.
Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness, end quote. I can see that. He's writing something again.
Wants to be yelled at by Natalie Portman.
Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something.
The jury's out on that.
God, he really needs to put lotion on his face.
L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. I never knew if that was 5 o'clock shadow or mint mouthwash he never wiped off.
Oh god.
He is ashy.
Yeah, he's upsetting looking, certainly. Wonder if we have a specific response from this guy.
The same old security guard is glaring at us. He winked.
Oh.
Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all.
This is like the bisexual turkey guy or the gay turkey guy on Bob's Burgers.
It's just like that.
Just like that when he winked.
Ah, right. Let me go on the record here.
Yes?
I know what you're going to say. Brushel, take this right brilliant column, end quote. I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing,
Spark Brushel definitely has a gay man's haircut, though.
and that's
Yeah,
food.
he does.
Try to understand. What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said.
Okay, so nothing to present to him right now, I imagine. Let's chat. Spark Brushel. Spark Brushel does not spark joy.
He does not. We need to throw him out.
Mhm.
So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist?
Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
Yes?
I'm the interviewer. You understand, yeah?
Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits. I have never wished that we'd be dealing with Larry instead as much as I am now. They've managed to, Oh, Violet Hap says, supposedly he's a very exaggerated caricature of Shu Takumi. Oh no.
Too exaggerated.
Too exaggerated, yes.
I'm the one asking the questions here. End quote.
Okay.
For instance, you think a movie director watches movies?
Well, I think he probably does.
Why's it gotta
Ex-
be a he, you sexist?
Exactly. I knew you'd understand. Huh?
What's going on? I don't understand this character, let alone like him.
So, the night of the murder,
The Maida. Boy,
you were at Drew's studio?
Maida.
The Moida?
Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record.
Yes?
I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back. End quote.
I can understand that philosophy, but
You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
true enough.
I'm playing him like he's this unhinged guy. They're no selling it.
But don't they give normal tickets away too?
Unipalooza says no character with this theme has ever been likable. Some people were saying this is the hottie theme. What else? Who else has had this theme? Anybody?
I feel like it's mostly when Hottie shows up. Or like any character who's kind of comic relief.
Right.
Yes.
And Violet Hap says if you want to be disgusted even more, notice he blinks with his lower eyelids.
Ugh.
Now he's like an alien.
Like a lizard.
Ugh.
Exactly. See? It's the same thing.
And his eyes are also magnified because of his glasses.
Yeah, he's got massive, massive eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I skipped that.
No worries.
Ah.
Okay, still learned pretty much nothing.
So you went to do a story on Drew Measham. And he'd never had a story done about him before?
That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
What?
I'm sure you're gonna want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place?
Well, yes.
Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it! Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's gonna tell where he got it?
At the supermarket, maybe?
Exactly! See? That's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers. End quote. Right. Guess we'll leave then.
We accomplished nothing.
But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it.
Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup
What kind of trip?
when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote, I believe it was. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. Painting of a giant peach floating down a river.
Is that one of the ones that we have?
Yeah, totally, because there were 2 copies of it, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach.
Because there's this one.
Oh, yep.
where you got the rough stuff still visible. And then I think there's the hidden one where it's complete.
Yeah, I think that was the original, yeah.
Yeah. So he stole it. Somebody stole it.
Journalist can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote.
All right. I guess I can show him the peach painting then. He might recognize it.
That, or maybe we've got to go talk to Emma about it.
I think this is just the same stuff from before, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let's get away from him. And there's no way to talk to the Hikikomori.
I don't think so.
What's her name? Vera. Can we put something over his smile, please? I will cover it for you in the meantime.
Rub your butt on his teeth.
Where are we going?
The studio, I think.
The Azulmagi, thank you for the 10 bits.
Let's get the heck out of here. End quote.
The studio. Aha. No, we're looking for Emma, aren't we? October
think so.
7th, Drew Studio. The Drudio.
Well, how'd it go? Find anything out?
Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you.
What's with that scary face you're making?
And what's with
That's
the
just his face.
I know something but I'm not telling face that you've got going, Emma? You've got
Oh,
resting
they're
I know
just
something but I'm not telling face.
Just called resting bitch face.
Okay, I guess we're presenting something?
Probably either the original or the forgery.
Yeah.
This painting came from behind that dresser.
Ah, yeah? So?
It was stolen, no?
I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out.
You think you could tell us a bit about this?
No.
I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger.
Well, fuck.
Well, fuck indeed.
A forger?
Okay, I'm guessing we have things to talk about now. Here we go.
So what exactly is a forger?
Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries.
Damn. Good explanation, Emma.
Nailed it. Fakes, in other words.
The Azulmagi, thank you for the 10 bits. The pun in his name is Drew My Sham. Oh!
Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. That's very good.
Fakes?
Copies of an original.
Oh, he's into AI art.
Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart.
Unless you look at the
We
hands.
need to go to an AI generator right now and type in giant peach
Giant
floating
peach.
down a river and see what we get.
Miles Edgeworth's ass.
Giant peach.
Well, why not just photocopy them?
The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article.
That would be the problem with forgeries.
Look, I'd buy a forgery and just hang on to it. It's a crime, of course. Of course.
Duh.
So Drew Measham was a crime?
A criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess.
I see.
Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place.
Her tanning bed.
What do you mean?
I gotta take a nap. When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue.
So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage.
Sure. But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like after all.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would.
That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces.
I get it now.
Not that I really needed to go to the Not that I really needed to go to such lengths. Seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway.
Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Meesham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking.
True. That would be interesting, and maybe valuable for our case.
Oh my god, he drew his murderer.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo.
You should try butt, Apollo.
I love
Yeah.
butter.
Flattery will get you everywhere, they say.
Maybe
They're always trying to get me to flirt with Emma or something.
I should ask Emma to help us out.
Okay. Present the forged, the one with the...
I kinda wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick.
Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though.
Let's check it out.
For your health.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to choose the painting? Okay. Oh boy, I forgot how this works. We go like layer by layer, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
So like we wait till we see stuff, then we like... Okay.
Then you have to like rub it, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, rub it, yeah.
One of the first Nintendo DS games I had was, I forget if it was called the Rub Rabbits. It was something. It had the Rub Rabbits in. Do you guys remember the Rub
That
Rabbits?
sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a
It
little,
sounds familiar. I don't think I ever played.
little minigame collection. And like every minigame sort of built up to, there was a lady that all the Rub Rabbits were trying to impress. And every time there was a break between mini games, it would just be a clip of the lady doing something like lying in like a sunbathe, it's like she's sunbathing, but there would be a voice that went,
Wrong one.
break time. And I always think about break time. Vampiro, thank you for the 100 bits. The victim before they died also wrote, and the killer is... Don't forget, the Steam Autumn Sale has started, and you can get Great Ace Attorney in the sale right now, I believe.
Wow.
You,
They've had some really good deals on Great Ace Attorney, and it was already like really cheap for 2 games.
Yeah.
indeed.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Yeah, Sonic Team, that's right, Violet, I remember. So it looks like a burning statue or something?
Maybe Clavier.
Oh,
I think it's supposed to be Clavier.
you think? Wait, what? Really?
He's playing a guitar, he's standing on an
Wow,
elevator
we're calling
platform.
back to the burning guitar.
He's on fire. Well, it's just such a good moment.
Interesting. It's not quite orange enough, though.
What? What the heck?
Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough.
He's real bad.
He fucking sucks.
Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to for the rough.
I'm sure that's what was happening.
What do you mean?
Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch.
People are pointing out that Trucy is much like Phoenix, where she's like, he's shit. He's
He
bad.
fucking sucks.
This art smells terrible.
Doesn't smell like peaches at all.
Yeah.
Fills my nose with shit.
Composition.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Oh,
In
dear,
other
Mar.
words, the traces of charcoal between the paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch. But not what it looked like.
I think I follow you. So, in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting.
Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely. Then do a completely new painting on top of that.
But Mr. Measham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them?
Possibly. Is there a problem with that?
Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd.
You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo.
Oh, I didn't realize I was the main character suddenly. Am I the main character?
I don't know.
You think we could check
Phoenix
out...
Wright still exists, so.
Nah. You think we could check out one of the other paintings?
Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you?
Okay, so I guess we'll just
Let's do the crazy one.
this one.
Yeah.
So there could be all kinds of things hidden. Oh dear, Marin. Sleepy.
Yeah.
We don't have to go super long if you're feeling tired, but
We'll see. I just remember I got my timing thrown off on some auditions I thought were due on Tuesday. They're actually due tomorrow. So.
oh really?
Oh, no.
Well, anytime you want to call it, just let us know.
Sure.
What is this? This is another angle
Oh,
of the
it's
same
poker.
thing. Oh, it is poker. These are all connected to what's been going on in Phoenix Wright and my lives.
Okay, let's print this one out.
And 2 aces, a 2, 3, and a 4. Is that a good hand? I never know about poker.
I don't know.
This one, too.
I think a pair of aces is, like, pretty good, right?
I would assume, yeah.
What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden.
You think
Usually you look like a fucking clown.
You think I could just look at the last piece while I'm being insulted?
Fine by me. Knock yourself out.
They are callbacks to previous cases. I half expect to see, what was the second case? Oh, panties. I expect to see panties
Yeah.
in the next one. All right, pufferfish.
Don't ruin this for me.
All right. And I think the bad guy in that case wasn't the guy, but he was a bad guy. He was the weird panty
Yeah.
guy.
He didn't murder anybody, but he was a creep.
Yeah.
I hope it's just Phoenix Wright getting hit by a car.
God, I
And no
hope so.
selling it, like he's just shrugging.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a house? What's
Oh, is
this?
it the noodle cart?
Oh, yeah, probably. Why is this person paying all the stuff that I did?
Because we're cool.
He's a huge fan.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Oh, yeah, noodles.
Nudes.
What the heck is all this?
I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited.
Sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation?
I shouldn't be licking it, should I?
No.
Drucy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything?
Thank you for the hydrate, Commander Violet Hat. Yeah.
Ah! There!
Now you're both whitey sheets. What's going on?
These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on.
What?
The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then... this freaking guy. The events that transpired during the Gaviner's concert.
They're like, what's his name again?
What could it mean? Oh. How could he have painted those things? And why?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Wait, is Drew Misham
But
your father?
what?
Did he give birth to you out of his penis?
Give me a break. Does that seem even remotely possible to you? Both of those
Yes.
things?
Yes. That's why I asked.
I'd never even heard of any dream.
That's why Emma failed her exams.
I'd never even heard of any Drew mission before.
She asked the instructor if her father gave birth to her out of his penis, and then she was banned from the examination.
They're like, yeah, they're like, you know what? That's just an automatic 0.
I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Misham? And what did he have to do with me?
He was one of your 17 fathers.
Are you doing all right, Merritt?
I need a soda. I'll be back.
Sure, sure.
I'll also be right back. I gotta
All
fill up
right.
my water.
We're taking 5. October
Entertain
8th,
them
9:48.
so
Oh, you know what? I'll wait till everybody gets back. In fact, you know what? I'm going to be right back. So chat, you behave. I'm going to put the kettle on. It's a rare midstream tea. I'm going to be right back since I have the option. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha!
Baby, baby! Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I'm back, and how dare you, Calico Jackal? How dare you spread such lies? Did you get bonked? Did the chat get bonked?
You got a
I didn't see.
butt.
Who got bonked? Vampiro, thank you for cashing in your starters for a hoo-ha. Psychic Space Cow, thank you for cashing in your starters for a baby. I missed it. Yami Kasara, thank you for cashing. Oh, yes, Yami Kasara bonked the chat and also told them to stop breaking the law. Yes. Thank you for holding down the fort while I was gone, Charlotte. Thank you so much. And thank you for cashing in your star chips for both of those. Cafe Zinho, heck yeah, congrats on beating all the games. Rowdy Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. Hashtag penis. I understand now why the bonking happened. And Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. Hashtag penis. And Evil Sea Monkeys, thank you for resubscribing at tier 2 for 23 months in a row. 23 motherfucking months of easy hacking this sub in a row. LK, Malik, Thief King Bakura, Rio Bakura, Dark Bakura, Little Yugi Muto, Melvin, and chat. By the way, spent 3K on a new gaming computer that is going to be awesome. Holy cow. Already have 5 of 12 parts here. Can't wait for the 3090 to get here. I hope that they arrive soon. I hope that your computer comes together exactly as you would like. And Cafe Zinho, thank you so much for the follow. Apologies if I'm butchering your name. I'm not sure how... I'll call you Cafe unless told otherwise.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Soupy. Perfect timing.
Why, thank you.
I actually have to tag out really shortly for a second here to go pour my tea, but
Oh, okay.
oh, you're pouring it, Marin? That's very kind of you. Thank you. Never mind. I don't have to go anywhere. All right, we're on the second section of the final case.
Yeah, boy.
You should have everything here by the December the 7th, Evil Sea Monkeys. Glad to hear it. Hope it all works out. I hope that you can play all of the shiny games. Any upcoming games you're looking forward to, Soupy?
Well, it's already come out, but I need to go pick up the new Tactics Ogre remake.
Oh,
Because that's a game I've been meaning to play for literal decades, and I still haven't played it.
I saw that and I was like, Tactics. That sounds like maybe something Soupy would like. But that's like an old game, right?
It is an old game, but a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics was actually based on it.
Really?
And also, Yoshi P is a huge fan of Tactics Ogre, and I think he took a lot of inspiration from that for 14.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
But I've always heard it's super good, and I just haven't played it yet, and I really want to.
Wow, what is it about that kind of a game that appeals to you, just out of curiosity?
Honestly, it's like I'm not even a huge fan of strategy RPGs or anything like that. It's just I really like Final Fantasy Tactics in particular, and I've always heard Tactics Ogre is really good. So.
And Azalmagi says Tactics Ogre crossed over with Final Fantasy 14 in Palace of the Dead. Really?
Oh yeah, and I know there are some outfits and stuff that are not taken from it, but inspired by Tactics Ogre, I think. And they recently made those dyeable. But also Palace of the Dead is also called the Deep Dungeon, and the Deep Dungeon is from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, so there's a multi-layered crossover there.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Marin.
Welcome back.
Thank you for pouring my tea. I appreciate that, Marin. Somebody said that is a love language, and I do feel that. So thank you for speaking to me with that language. So Strawhead, hello, Martin. It's been a while since you played Ace Attorney. It's been a while since I streamed. I enjoyed your little cutaway gag you did with Taka for TV2. That was fun. I had one line, but then I improv'd the sniffing, and people seem to like the sniff. So I'm happy my ad-lib got in there. All right, shall we see what court has? I guess we're going into court. I don't think we're ready.
Well, did you want to grab your tea before we started?
I mean, I can grab it when it's been 5 minutes. It's not been that long, so.
Okay. I just don't want you to forget.
It's a text game. We can stop at any time and go get it. It's all good.
I said forgetting is not an issue of pausing.
Well, I'm
yeah. Tea is just one of those things where it's you make tea and then it's suddenly 2 hours later and it's cold.
Yeah.
If I forget that I have a cup of tea, then there was something genuinely wrong with me. So
honestly, yeah.
October 8th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 6. Have we been in number 6 before? Is that new? I feel like it's always
69.
Number 3. It's Tetley Calico Jackal, but not
feel
far
like
off.
We've been into number 6 before.
Number 6.
That was a terrible show.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Terrible manga too.
You're accused of murder.
So maybe bad morning.
Look at her giant sketchbook.
Are you judging a nerd for having a large sketchbook?
It's bigger than her.
Why is that funny?
It's just funny.
So, you're Vera, right?
Martin's like, look at this girl in her big sketchbook. What a loser. What do you do? Draw big pictures? What do you put in that book? A tree? You can't fit a tree in there. That's murder. Yeah. There's
no
lots
wonder
of trees in there.
Yeah.
She just gets bullied.
Bully her.
I'm Trucy. Trucy Wright. That's right with a W. But not right, right?
I'd love to see this line in Japanese. See
right?
what they're doing.
It's gotta just be like a Naruhodo thing, just over and over.
Naruhodo, but not Naruhodo. Naruhodo.
You catch my Dohodo?
We're on your side. You can tell us anything. Please?
Need us to hold
just
your
tell us
Narus?
Something. Yeah.
Oh, good morning. I was vibing.
That's why she's not shy. She's just vibing constantly.
Yeah.
She vibes.
Not bad, not bad.
Anytime she's on screen, I'm just gonna sing the vibin' song from Fortnite.
But I think you'd do better with a little smile, you know?
Oh God.
fuck off,
Truce.
you
You should try smiling sometime.
Fuck off with your internalized misogyny, you little magic girl.
You're so pretty. You need to sell yourself, you know?
Ugh.
See now who's
You
bullying?
could scare men with that face.
I'm not bullying, I'm putting her in her place.
Trucy.
Well, I'm telling you, Trucy is kind of passive
Oh,
aggressively.
yes, Trucy
Trucy.
definitely. Trucy's a bully for sure.
Let's-
She's her father's daughter.
Take it easy for starters.
That's true.
Because Phoenix is a bully, but he's also a bottom. He's a bottom bully.
Yeah. He's just you know, bratty sub.
Yeah.
Trying to get himself throttled.
Oh God, I really want to talk about my fan fiction, but I can't. I'm being physically stopped by the TOS.
They're not stopping you physically.
Maybe not you, but I've become such a problem that they've assigned guards to my house.
There's just a guy standing behind you ready to just like shut your mouth at any time.
Yeah. Thank you for taking my case.
She drew a really good picture of me.
Sketchbook isn't even big enough.
I know, right?
She needs a bigger sketchbook.
She has that massive sketchbook and she still barely could fit a smiley face.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a start, I guess.
Glove?
Oh yeah, that's the nail polish.
The nail polish?
Mhm.
Oh, is that how they got her?
No,
You'll see.
it
Wait,
just
what's-
came up before.
Oh, okay.
There she
Like
goes.
she had it.
There she goes with the nail polish again.
That's great, really. It's so cultured.
Just-
Want to try?
What's happening?
Ooh, really?
Oh, we can sketch?
Ah,
No, the nail
girls.
polish.
Blah, blah, girls, blah.
Couldn't be
Gross.
me.
The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger. And a stolen painting was found in his studio. A life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death.
October 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Maybe that's why I've gotten confused.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, wait. We were outside number 6, weren't we?
Well, we were in defense
But
lobby
I
number
got
6.
so excited to go into number 6. Well, we will now
Oh, he's got incuritis.
Oh no.
begin the trial of Vera Misham.
What's happening?
What's wrong with me? Is the judge okay?
Oh no.
His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like. Ahem.
He's having Genshin Impact withdrawal.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
He's not been able to.
He's out of money for
I
gacha.
haven't gotten my fix today.
We've not been streaming for a month, so he's been unable to get waifus.
Yeah.
Oh no. Poor boy.
The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time.
Oh, because
Oh,
of
he's
the jury.
allergic to the jury.
Oh, he's
yeah.
allergic to the jury.
He's allergic
Also,
to
he's
accountability.
really optimistic about this whole
got a great
continuity thing.
Yes. Pui CS, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 22 months. Holy cow, Pui, thank you so much for the support there. Good evening. Good evening. Salute. And Void Adept, thank you for catching your starters for a baby.
And may indeed alter our legal system forever. Or maybe for just this case. Who knows?
Rock Ruland, thank you for the 10 bits. The judge is suffering from withdrawal. Give him some Mountain Dew stat.
Give him some Mountain Dew and a waifu.
Today is a test of the jurist system. And the first step toward a new order in our courts.
Happy birthday, Pui
Ladies
CS.
and gentlemen of the Yuri.
Happy birthday, Pui CS. I hope you're having a good one, and thank you for spending some of it with us.
Omedato.
Daddy, secret mission.
The jurists will function like a Yuri. It is hoped their inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will.
My favorite thing is that sometimes the dialogue in this game is intentionally confusing, and then we add little like accents and gags on top of it.
We make it worse.
Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom?
The Calico Jackal says that you could play a mean young Xehanort, Merritt.
That's
Ooh.
probably the highest compliment I've ever received. I would love to be young Richard Epcar or Billy Zane.
Isn't
Or Ben Diskin.
yeah, Ben.
I would love to be young Ben Diskin. Or same-aged peer-reviewed Ben Diskin.
Peer-reviewed, Emmy Award-winning Ben Diskin.
Peer-reviewed, Emmy Award-winning Ben Diskin. The three closed-circuit cameras watched this courtroom at all times. No, watch, current. The jurists have access to everything that transpires.
Oh,
Jurists, judge well and judge cool.
Judge Cool.
I was waiting to see if you were gonna say it that way.
I always commit to a bit.
Yeah, you did not disappoint me.
I would never.
Now see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that.
Ah, mine apologies, Herr Judge.
Ahem. Jurists. Today, judge today's trial coolly, if you would be so kind.
Yes,
I had a brain
Yes,
short
please.
circuit for a second there.
that was beautiful.
The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law, or the
They
pronunciation
could
of the
kill
letter.
each other in there right now.
They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings. Yeah, facts don't care about your
Ugh.
feelings, jurists. And we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have. And we're also going to go get my cup of tea. So I will be right back.
Oh,
Okay. Damn, he did remember. He's
oh my
good.
God. Oh my.
You've got a great butt.
Man, I'm very happy that I have auditions to do, but I'm also sad that
You have to
The
do
di-
them.
yeah, it's like the days I have off from regular work, which is writing, I still have to work. And it's work that I don't even get paid for. I'm very grumpy.
It's like
It's
work
work
that
that
you have the
I'm-
potential to get paid for, maybe.
Yeah, and I still have to try my all. I gotta put my balls into it. And do you know how exhausting it is to put your balls into everything that you do?
I don't, actually, I don't.
I don't either. Like, not physically, but like emotionally, my balls are drained. But I still gotta bumble.
I'm back. What's going on? Way to left.
Welcome back. Aaron's
phrasing.
emotional balls are drained.
Oh, good.
I
I'm
was just
also. I
complaining
am your
about how
emotional
it's
ball, Marin.
Hi.
Thank you,
wanna do my
Senmaru.
auditions?
Thank you, Senmaru, for catching in your star chips for a phrasing. And Jim Prower, thank you for resubscribing for 20 months there. Thank you for the resub, the support. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Jim. So it's you're emotionally drained to do your auditions, I see.
Yes. I gotta put my balls into it.
Well, we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have.
my balls!
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. The details of the case, if you would.
So I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and I tweeted that I didn't like it that much. I thought it was the worst thing I'd seen on Disney Plus, and it sparked all kinds of conversation. And ultimately, I'm happy if people liked it. I really didn't. But there are people who are like trying really hard to like prove me wrong. Like somebody, like I said, it's the worst thing I've seen on Disney Plus, and somebody said that's such a horrible thing to say, and I'm like, well, I didn't watch that much Disney. Yeah, so I'm like, I didn't watch that much Disney Plus stuff, and so somebody replied saying, but you tweet about Disney Plus stuff all the time, and I said, do I? Because I think maybe I recently watched Disenchanted and Andor.
Disenchanted was also not.
It turns
very
out
good.
that person exclusively followed you for your opinions on Disney Plus stuff.
But this person replied back being like, you tweeted about this and this and this, and I was like, and one of the things they said was Book of Boba Fett, and I haven't even watched Book of Boba Fett, and I was like, okay, no, I didn't. I've never watched that show. And they said,
you might have tweeted about it.
That's the thing, though.
but-
They replied back saying, no, I didn't say you watched it. I said you tweeted about it. And I was like, fucking did I? And the tweet that they found where I tweeted about it was me saying, somebody told me to watch Boba Fett, and I didn't even finish watching Mandalorian. Like, the tweet in question is me saying, I specifically have not been watching it.
Martin, your Martin lore is out of date. You need to update your Martin
I guess
lore.
I have to update my Martin lore. And ultimately, like, the holiday special, it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's probably the worst thing I've seen on Disney Plus, which I don't think is a high bar or a low
be
bar.
fair,
Listen, I'm sure it's important to the Guardians of the Galaxy lore.
It's
I
not.
mean, I already told him. I told him, and it was funny because after I said this, he said, "You said that so many times," but I said, "I don't know what it is about fans of Guardians of the Galaxy, but if you don't like Guardians of the Galaxy, they get really upset that you do not like Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have to tell you how great Guardians of the Galaxy is." And that's how I feel about Guardians.
That's how
of the Galaxy.
comic book fans are, though. That's just a general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Escava
now
Knight-
there are even more of them.
Escava Knight, thank you for following. Did you say this, Soupy?
Yes.
The victim is a painter, Drew Misham. He was killed in his own studio.
By his own studio.
Oh, no.
By his own studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham.
Shut up! There wasn't any poison in the coffee.
Someone has been doing their homework.
It will be harder for me to just outright lie then.
Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself.
The mug? Ah, residue was found on the rim, I see.
Wait, hold on. Is the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special just about
No.
Chris Pratt trying to spread the joy of
No.
Christmas?
Here's the thing. It's about there's some. I think Chris Pratt tells a story at the beginning, which is animated really badly in like shitty rotoscope. It looks like an Archer episode with no budget, and he tells a story about how when he was a kid, fucking Yondu, Blue Michael Rooker, was like, "Screw Christmas! I hate Christmas!" And then, so Mantis hears this and says, "We have to give Chris Pratt a Christmas." Because he loves Christmas and he hasn't had Christmas in a long time. So that's and that's it. That's really all the special is. Like, it's not like, it's nothing extraordinary. It's not supposed to be. It's just meant to be a little side thing. But I just didn't find any of it funny. Like, my issue was that it was trying really hard to be like a comedy thing, and it wasn't. The only part I thought was really funny was when all the characters started shitting on actors, because I thought that was funny. Because why would Drax and Mantis hate actors?
But it is fun to shit on actors.
The Azulmagia, thank you for the 10 bits. You know, in hindsight, it's kind of weird we're having another case involving poisoned coffee after 2 instances of it in the last game. Has Shu Takumi had bad experiences with coffee? I know I have.
I mean,
Probably.
that's probably all he drinks to make games
Grape
come out
juice.
on time.
And people
juice
just keep
and
trying to
coffee.
poison it.
You know what Disney Plus could have spent that money on instead of the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that would have been more valued by the world? Yuri on Ice, the Ice Adolescence movie. Disney, I'm looking at you. Give the money to Mappa right now.
You said this, Soupy?
Finish the movie.
Yes. But also, what if that money came with contingencies, Marin? What
are
if
the
they were like,
contingencies?
they can't kiss?
That's
Because, you know, it's
bullshit.
Disney.
No, Disney needs to donate the money right now. It's what the gays want. I'm the gays. Just me and you.
This
So
is
there's
what
more than
Claudia's
one.
saying.
I can say gays. What?
This is what Clavia's saying.
Yes, Clavier's trying to get this movie made. All right. The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death.
L Train, thank you for the 10 bits. New Spark Brushel headline.
Little Karibo tweets about Disney Plus, meaning he hates Disney Plus. End quote.
Oh my god.
You have to balance out your Twitter by naming the thing that you love most on Disney Plus.
You got to start tweeting about like Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I guess.
Or is there like a streaming service minus? How do we balance this out?
Yeah.
I think that's just
The
TV.
court accepts this as evidence.
Misham's autopsy report added the court record. Hey,
According to this report,
let's have a look here. Oh, no.
Carmine Gal says, yeah, and then Yuri on Ice will be the first openly gay character for Disney for the 12th time. Yeah.
Death by atroquine. What is it?
atroquinine.
Atroquinine poisoning. Estimated time of death, 9 to 9:30 p.m. All right, that's pretty straightforward. Marion.
The victim's death was caused by atroquinine poisoning.
That's how sexy I am. I respond with cool cat.
That's also what happens if you try to flirt with Marin. They don't know what to say, so they're just like, cool cats.
I just turned into a cat with sunglasses and go,
Yeah.
yeah.
You do like little finger guns.
I have paws though. It's really awkward. A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 milligrams. A touch of atroquinine in the body is the touch of the Reaper's scythe.
Jesus. Holy fuck, is that the Grim Reaper?
Yo.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. You may present your witness.
I don't even know what the audio is from, but I keep seeing it.
Nanny.
There's a meme clip of somebody screaming like, holy fuck, is that the Grim Reaper?
I have for you today a simple man for a simple case.
Hey,
He's stupid. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety. I fucked it up.
that journalist, no doubt.
Great.
The witness will state his name and occupation.
Here we go. It's funny because Barrett just tweeted on my timeline. So. Oh no, his nose.
God, no!
Why?
Where his
Right.
nips?
I don't like it.
Well, for starters, my name's Spark Brushel. My job is a lone observer of the world.
No, go away.
In other words, a freelance journalist, right? Ahem. If you don't mind, I'd like to state something here for the record.
Yes, Mr. Brushel?
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Jesus Christ, how did he become worse? He's evolving. Or devolving?
I dislike conclusions, specifically the jumping to aspect of conclusions. The jumping to aspect. Preconceptions make Park's sandbox of endless desert waste. Desert waste. End quote. Get quote pronunciation right, then end quote.
Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits. Can we get Lotta back? Yes, the thing is, Lotta was annoying, but she helped. She didn't make things...
She was overexcited, and that overexcitement led to problems. That was her issue. This guy
She
is
was
just
also
fucking
dumb
weird.
sometimes.
She's dumb, yeah, which, you know, like, word. I am too. We're all dumb.
We're all dummies here. Thank you for cashing any star tips for a hydrate there, Beast Henshin.
But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday. Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand before you today, a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turns Mr. Brushel into that Mr. Brushel, end quote.
Let's hear your testimony then, shall we?
Eventually.
A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out.
That was like a CSI Miami type thing. Yeah. Where he puts on his sunglasses.
The journalist's story.
I visited the studio around 9 that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier, journalistic history made, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time.
Ate the Sprite. That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him.
What are you saying, Judge?
Ahem. Need I remind you the cameras are rolling today? I felt the need to be a bit dramatic.
Oh. You didn't do it, did you?
Me do a thing like that? Come on, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. No, wild accusations rock courtroom, end quote.
Rock indeed.
Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun.
I'm so
For
happy
like once
for
in his
him.
life.
I'm very sad.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Your cross-examination, please.
Harumph.
The journalist's story. Are we pressing on the final statement? Or are we pressing pressing in
You could
general?
just start pressing in general, I think.
Let's listen to him.
9 at night? Isn't that a little late for an interview? If the great painter Drew Misham says come at 9, believe you me, I go at 9. The first, and as it turned out, last interview with such a prolific painter. Right. Can you tell us what it was like when you arrived? The first outsider to enter... Right. I've said that. You were the first reporter ever in Drew's studio? Posterity will look back on that night as a turning point in journalistic history. Journalistery. A basically insignificant step for all mankind, but a giant step for that Brushel guy, end quote.
If no one on the outside ever had access to the studio, then it would serve to reason that the deed was done by an insider.
Who did the dead?
Who did that dead?
Oh, the dead was done, all right.
What that dead do?
Von Ragnar says apparently Brushel's French name is Editorial, which is upon an editorial. That's
Honestly,
good.
that's what they should have gone for this.
That's a good.
That's better.
He's an Eddie. He's definitely an Eddie.
Yeah.
Crazy Eddie.
By which he means Vera did it.
So, how did this epoch-making interview go?
Good grief. Fucking epoch.
What?
I'm just that you don't expect that word to show up in anything. But it's very Clavier.
I do love putting inappropriate things into...
Would you mind being a little more specific about something else, not the thing you're saying right now?
I like to put penises inside of
Oh,
orifices.
wait, let me tell you, I enjoy a cuppa.
Hey, this guy seems all right.
Spark Brush
No!
is like a hole. Prosecutor Gavin says a hole's a hole, end quote.
Put that down
It's
in
possible. It's possible a man may have slipped in. There would be no way of knowing.
In fact, it all began when I was in 3rd grade. No, wait, that's not what I meant.
I believe I know what here forehead is driving at.
I'm sorry, but a guy who likes a cup was just Jerry. Thank you for unleashing the proto badger.
This coffee, the victim was served.
I like a cuppa. I like a man who likes a cuppa.
Do you want to go on a date with Spark Brushel?
I didn't say that.
Do you want to go on a friend date with Spark
I
Brushel?
wouldn't mind drinking a cup of tea with him.
What would you talk about?
I would not.
So you would sit
Silently.
in silence and drink a cup of tea, but then that makes somebody okay.
It's fine.
Did anyone?
A true friend of Marin is someone who you can just silently enjoy a cup of tea with.
Yes.
Did anyone other than the defendant touch it?
Right, that's what I was gonna say, really. Well, now, if you got a question to ask, you best straight up ask it. That's what I tell all the new recruits several times if necessary.
What's up?
I was making fun of your stutter.
Oh, I stuttered?
Mm-hmm.
Right for a grade schooler. That's my motto. Which isn't to say I can only write grade school stuff, you understand? Who touched the coffee? Dunno. I was in the back looking at the studio's equipment when she served it. Yeah.
And what happened next? Oh, mama.
You know what happened next? Star falls, end quote.
I guess I'm pressing on the details.
Yeah, go for it.
What's this about a star falling?
Star falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money over.
That's Phoenix telegraphing me.
Zowie! You don't know? That's like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away, a star falls. Get it?
Tilly, stop.
There's no gravity in space, is there?
Sorry.
The package.
No, it's people next
Tilly.
door. Tilly,
Uh,
sec. Okay, girl.
Man, we were.
Okay, baby.
So yesterday there was a World Cup match, right?
Yeah.
And one of our friends is really into, I don't know his full name, but she calls him Messi, and he's on the Argentinian team. And so she was very salty about what was happening at in the match at the time, and I left the house. We live in like a building, and I left the front door to go do something. I moved a package because somebody got a package delivered to the wrong address. And while I was coming back, there was this kid in another apartment that was going, Messi! Messi, yeah! Like, it was just screaming at fucking Messi. So I came in and I was like, sounds like Messi's doing something, Julie. And she's like, he got a goal. I just fell off the couch.
It was it was the person asking about a package. Well, it was the person that we had the package delivered here accidentally to, and we did drop the package off outside 121, right?
Yeah, yesterday. That's what I was literally just talking about.
Yeah. She seemed confused, but I told her that's what we did.
Yeah.
Ninja Waller, thank you for the 10 bits. Do you think Brushel was looking for the artist's pawn?
You said it was 121,
Yes.
right?
121, yeah.
Yeah, I dropped it there.
And I just repeated that back. I said it's at 121, right? And yeah, so as far as I know,
yeah,
it should be out of our hands.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wouldn't think stars could fall, really.
Does this matter?
Yes.
Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about star breaks? Nah, lacks punch. I know. Star dies. Nah, lacks imagination. Of course, you could go with Drew dies. Straight, to the point. I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial.
Maybe
the
The
stars?
coffee, I think.
The Stars coffee? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You say Mr. Misham had the coffee too. But did you actually see him drink the coffee? Course! He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger, end quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about it world. What? Yeah.
I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about it world.
Yet. I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. He had one so-called sip, if that. He came and got him some sip. Man puts lips to mug, drinks. End quote.
Why is only... God, that's bothering me so bad.
There must have been like a find word correct thing or something, like a find and replace.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of, but...
Like
Or maybe
Dwigget.
they just forgot to
Like
hit the
Dwigget.
shift key.
I mean, sure.
That poison is quite virulent, I hear.
My stomach did a so-called somersault. Since I'd gulped down that coffee without so much of a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there. Some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess? For the record? Does this guy have a pause button?
Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable?
Very important, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over? Oh, yes, yes! You can go to press with that one. Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 10 bits. He has. It's called Revolver. He has what? What are we saying?
Very well. The witness will add this to his testimony.
Vital, right? He had one sip, if that. The next moment, he was on the floor.
I'm guessing...
I think we're presenting the coffee since it wasn't actually in the coffee.
Right. Yeah, we even established that right off the bat with Clavia, right?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, right, the pause button. The revolver is a pause button, I see. I don't know if that's pause. Ew, brushel indeed, Ribbonfly.
You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, atroquinine. Atroquinine?
Whichever.
Atrocity.
You can't say it. It can't be part of your defense.
Ah,
Oh? Prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 0.002 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous system.
I want to paralyze you.
If you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering pile.
My God, do I want to reduce you to a quivering pile?
why are you using me as an example?
Because I'm very attracted to you.
Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information.
Jesus.
An omission?
Atroquinine is as virulent as he says. But death doesn't come upon ingestion. But death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. Weird way of saying that.
Awaken anything in me.
Thank you, Ryu Karika, for cashing in your Dean Redeem.
That's because atroquinine is slow acting.
Slow acting?
Like my Adderall.
According to one forensic scientist.
No. It's, I'm a forensic scientist, by the way. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show.
So there. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe.
Who is Joe?
Oh my god.
Order! Order! What's the meaning of this?
I can't believe what's his name? Bloody
Spark Russell.
Spark Brushel has the body of Slender Man. He looks like a creepypasta.
No dumper at all.
Nothing.
What the defense says is correct.
Spark Brushel.
Why, that contradicts the entire testimony we've just heard.
Well, Mr. Brushel, anything to say on the record? Slow acting. Slow act. It was virulent, all right. Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into the journalist.
He's working on his scoop.
Ah,
No dumper, no titties, says Ribbonfly.
Damn.
picking.
Even though he keeps trying to point out his nipples like every other sprite.
It's Brushel. Yeah. Here, Brushel. Let's take a trip back down memory lane.
Huh?
Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over.
Good grief.
This is vital.
You know what I think?
His boobs!
I think that was a not-so-subliminal suggestion. End quote.
I was talking about my dick, you're right. I admit, it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say, Auf Wiedersehen to my simple case.
They did it again. What's going on here? Why is Vita saying...
Well, that's because, actually, no.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It's not a proper noun.
No. Well, no, even regular nouns in German are capitalized.
Okay, but like then both of them should be.
Actually, I'm not sure. What does wieder mean? Because sehen is to see.
See you next, I imagine.
So wieder could be a noun, and in that case,
Well,
that would
yes.
be grammatically correct.
Come on now, guys.
What?
Someone in chat. There's no
Wiktionary
way.
has it capitalized exactly the same way.
There's no way. Wait, what?
Yes.
Wiktionary has it capitalized the same way.
Okay,
with
then the game
lowercase
is
Yes,
a.
the game knows better than me. Okay.
Yes, because auf is like just a little
It's a verb, I
transitionary
imagine.
thing. It's a connector, yeah. But any noun in German is capitalized. Any noun. Period.
Cornflakes says it's complicated. Astrologia says only nouns. Okay. But I will take the L on that one. I will believe that I don't know enough
I
about.
took 2 semesters of German. I know my shit, sort of.
You know your scheiße.
I know you're supposed to capitalize
semesters
every
of-
noun.
Marin knows 2 semesters of shit, okay?
I don't remember any specific verbs, but I do remember some grammar.
And
Goku.
shit.
Goku Super Saiyan 400. Thank you for cashing in your star tips for a stop breaking the law, asshole, and then bonking me. I deserve
true.
that. I deserve
You
to
would-
be defeated.
If you wanna be grammatically correct, anytime you say scheisse, you have to capitalize it.
Baby, baby!
Out of
For the
respect.
shit.
And you would be forced to say farewell to your article.
Psychic Space Cow, thank you for cashing in your star tips for a baby. Auf Wiedersehen, baby.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And thank you for the hydrate command, Senmaru.
Oh, I should do that.
Come again.
The Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. The only German I know is Du hast.
Du hast mich.
You have me. You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you?
Watch me.
He sure can.
And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent. And you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye.
My exclusive.
Your exclusive.
Oh, a scoop? Scoop?
Ew.
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot he brushes his glasses.
no.
Ah!
I hate it.
Eh.
Is that better?
Look, wait.
No, it's not better.
Just wait a second. Just one titty second. One tiny titty second.
We're waiting. We're waiting. Out with it.
I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. A revival of recollection, end quote. A story's survival, end quote. Attorney utterly confused, end quote.
Hoo-ha!
Actually, I
Hoo-ha.
did notice something when I visited the studio.
Hoo-ha!
Thank you for the cashing in your star tips for a hoo-ha, Peachy, Din Din.
I'd heard of poison that takes its sweet time, see?
But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently.
Mr. Brushel, are you saying you noticed something that explains what happened?
You bet I am. The antidote for a poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say. Or I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say. I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee.
Look at that shit. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
You could just snap him in half like a twig.
Oh, and I want to.
Order, order, order.
You do.
Yeah. I don't think
Not
you
in a
understand.
sexy way, just a killing him kind of way. Marin!
I mean, like, if he's bent over, I don't have to look at him, you know?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you.
I mean, I don't have to. I could have a TV on or something.
That guy will. That guy and
Oh
his
my
gesticulations and his weird eccentricities, he will make you look at him. His neck will turn around and he'll look right at you as you're looking at him from behind.
Look, this is something we can discuss after the stream.
No, thank you.
In much more detail. As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony. That Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank.
Of course I'm standing by my testimony. And my dream of exclusive rights to this story.
Ah, I suppose it was too much to ask for.
What was?
Of course, he wouldn't choose a simple case. Not him.
It's Phoenix they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. What that neck do?
Him? You mean the guy with the neck?
Yeah.
Phoenix right. And his neck. Who else?
Phoenix, right?
Phoenix
Yeah.
right.
Mo.
Sorry, I won't touch there again. I didn't know you would make that noise. I was just tapping your shoulder. Achtung! Here, Brushel. Report for us, if you would. What is it that you noticed? Ugh.
This court is a critical trial of the juris system.
And it's got fucking Brushel in it.
Mhm.
I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed.
I feel like Spark Brushel is a cross between Joaquin Phoenix in Joker and Michael, what's his name? The guy from Falling Down. Bloody hell. How am I blanking on
Never
The
this?
seen it.
Oasis song?
Huh?
The Oasis song?
I didn't know there was an Oasis song. Michael Douglas. What Brushel noticed?
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, what if he was writing a suicide note?
That is what?
A suicide note? That seems kind of dumb.
Yes, he had this look on his face that said, I'm writing a suicide note. Man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation. End quote.
Suicide? Poor Mr. Misham. But that means Vera's innocent.
Hi, Meatball. Is Vera innocent? What do you think? Squeak.
Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview?
With that guy, yeah. Oh. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
What Brushel noticed.
What'd you
Think we're
notice?
just pressing.
Pressing everything.
I think so.
Let's
Unless
do it.
something comes up.
Let's do it.
Was there anyone at the studio other than Mr. Misham? Well, his daughter Vera, of course.
Alizer, thank you for so much for the resubbing for 22 months. Hot damn. Alizer, how does one come to that sort of conclusion? Also, by the knees of Ramses, what is that on the stand? It is, something horrible. Something really upsetting. There's a lot of upsetting character designs in these games, but this is easily number one.
And you haven't even seen the worst of it yet.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
Well, his daughter Vera, of course. Was anyone besides Mr. Misham and Vera present? Not a single one. Not a cat, not a rat, not even a mouse. The only person who didn't belong to that studio there was you, wasn't it, Mr. Brushel? I know what you're doing. I know your game. Attorney uses classic Ramsden phenomenon ploy, end quote. What?
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10
That's a
bits. Ramsden. Thank you for the 10 bits, Rock Rulin. I miss Larry. Yes.
If you intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect, I'm sure you also intend to present evidence supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move along, shall we?
Bum, 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 bum.
So he put the letter away when he saw you. Early reporter gets worm, end quote. That's my secret. I'm always creepy. I'm not sure I follow. It's the night of the interview. I arrive 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, and I barge in. Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that unlawful entry, really?
Ryrie Krieger, thank you for the 10 bits. He is upsetting looking and annoying, but at least he's not making lecherous comments or anything. Give it time. You never know. I feel like he's a lech in training, in waiting.
Yeah, there's potential.
Mr. Misham sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. I say envelope now. I said envelope before.
He's just trying some things out.
I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one.
It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice?
I wonder.
Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. He looks like Mr. Burns when Homer thought he was an alien.
I bring you love. It does have the ring of something important.
I guess we'll add it.
It sounds like it might be important.
The defense finds this testimony vital, Your Honor.
Very well. Please add it to the testimony, then.
Why not? My account comes free of charge.
It was
It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene.
Well, the one we have is red, so...
Yeah. Should we present the red envelope, or I'm guessing not?
Sure.
Yeah?
Let's go for it.
Okay.
This is the one we found in the mailbox, so...
Right. It's the only one it could be. I guess it disqualifies his... Or maybe he's colorblind. I don't know.
As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope. Wow!
Oh.
Don't like that.
Prosecutor Gavin.
We've said that
Is
so
that
much
that
today.
autoerotic
I know.
asphyxiation you've told me about?
No, it absolutely is.
There's
not.
nothing erotic about that.
There is nothing erotic about that. What,
Was a
what?
yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime?
I was distracted. What? Unfortunately, no. But here, forehead.
It's just very loose definitions of yellow.
It's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. The one we found was red like your bottom.
I guess, but not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already 7 years ago.
Wow, Mr. Brussel?
I can explain that. Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope pronto. Get it out of sight of my beady eyes, right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away. And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? See ya, chump.
Well, Mr. Justice, have you anything to say to the witness's claim?
I'm gonna put some dirt in his eye. That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope.
I mean, it's possible, but it's not.
It's impossible, isn't it?
I would assume because we would have found. It's postmarked. It's posted.
Wait, it was a letter to him. So he wouldn't have been writing it.
He would
to
not have been
himself.
writing it. This guy just saw him with an envelope and was like, "Oh, this is what's happening." It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Ah, I like your expression. So full of confidence.
The Azulmagia, thank you for the 10 bits. Did you notice that he blinks with his bottom eyelids? I was told. I am trying not to look at him.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do know. I wish we didn't have to.
It's simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist.
Oh my god, they did it again. They called me a forensic scientist. What?
Note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham. Oh? Oh? Why would he address a letter to himself? What is he, playing Animal Crossing? Let alone send a suicide note to himself. I've been scooped.
No, stop that. Bad boy.
Order! Mr. Brussel, can you explain this to the court?
No. Oh, my. How could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots, end quote.
I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brussel.
Well, that's the thing, see. After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote.
A stamp? Whatever for?
Well, to mail his letter, what else? And then, why yes, I think I saw him put it in his letterbox. Yes, it was a yellow envelope and he put it in that box.
Well, apparently this yellow letter has nothing to do with the case.
Oh, how I wish it did. Just think if that were a suicide note. What a story. Star writes suicide note in front of reporter, falls, end quote.
As I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said,
Yes, Your Honor?
it makes me wonder about the contents of that red envelope.
No, Phoenix said no opening.
I'm gonna steam it open like I usually do with other people's mail.
To get their Genshin codes.
Yeah.
Steams their emails.
$100,000 is quite a good deal of money. You can buy a lot of waifus with that.
So this was from 7 years ago, yeah.
Even
That's
more.
even more waifus.
Achirito
wife.
BT, thank you for the follow.
The wife conversion rate was much lower.
Go. So, am I finished? Here, I mean, am I finished here?
I wish.
I was thinking of, going home to start writing and,
Please stop that.
my nose is gonna explode.
I would.
What? You guys don't have exploding noses? I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that, horrible face.
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Attorney has active imagination, little else, end quote.
Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be.
I'm pretty sure you've done permanent damage to my sexual, performance from now on.
You know, I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about.
You've only just started perceiving things.
Judge has active imagination, end quote.
Please, continue with your testimony. Tell us about the scent of a story.
Hey, I'm the one asking the questions here, usually.
The scent of a story.
Actually, it took a bit of work to get a thumbs up on the interview. Reporter leverages story, gets his interview, end quote. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. That red envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare.
He was a forger. It had
Yes,
specific
why was he making
compare.
forgeries? So you threatened to go to the press with this story? That's how you got your interview? Blackmail?
Well, yes. I mean, no. It wasn't exactly black. I mean, I'm not.
Something wrong, Mr. Brushel?
Look, my titties. This is my story, my titty bit. Journalist's info is livelihood, end quote.
I see.
My titties?
No.
While you have me
Unfortunately,
chatting away in here, what's going on out there? What if some Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? They could be going to press while I'm going to waste.
The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace.
A certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago?
Right? The scent of a story. His fucking face. Oh, we've got a perception thing.
Oh, yeah.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Oh, the court feels pain, alright. Alright, I guess it hasn't given us a heads up as to what his quirk is, but we can pay attention to him, I guess. He's doing like a little...
It's probably that last statement where we were both like, but he was a forger.
Right. The Azalmagia, thank you for the 10 bits. Prepare your eye bleach. Oh, we need it to look at this guy. Oh, no, wrong way. Okay, so should I press and then look at him, or just look at him?
I think you can just look at him,
Let's look at him. Ugh,
unfortunately.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you look around for
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna
his
keep-
tell for a while.
This is the only one I remember.
Oh, you remember this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me know if I'm completely off track.
So far, yes.
Okay.
You would have seen it by now.
I'm guessing is when he says talent.
I think around there, around that section.
What you will. Where's talent? Okay, no. Is it his nose?
Nope.
Is it something down here?
You're getting closer.
Okay. Nothing.
You gotta keep looking around.
Okay. Check that elbow.
What that elbow do?
Uh-huh.
Oh, deep tissue.
Nothing? Okay. Wait. Is it his pits? God, tell me it's not his armpit. God, tell me no. No! Oh! No! Oh God! Oh
Sniffing those armpits.
We
Exactly.
sniffed it out.
Eliezer said exactly what I said. Looks like Michael Douglas in Falling Down. That feels almost intentional. Good grief. Fluids are involved.
I gotta be right back.
Okay, sure. We'll wait.
I was waiting for that.
I'm glad I found
I'll
it on
also
my
be right
own.
back.
Sure. All right, guys, we're taking a short break after that very upsetting revelation. We gotta smell his pits. I'm glad that this game isn't smell-o-vision. Remember, smell-o-vision is a thing that I think lived and died very quickly because I don't think anybody wants smell-o-vision. Like, I don't see the appeal. I mean, when you're watching like a nice cooking show, sure, but any other time you're watching anything, chances are, like if you're watching Game of Thrones, you don't want to smell what's going on there. Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. Arm Bussy. Yeah. Sure, let's go with that. But yeah, we are 2 hours, 15 minutes into the stream. I'm thinking next week what I'm going to do, by the way, for streams is because I'd like to do a subathon at the beginning of December. And in order to get to the subathon, I want to finish Inscription, which I was playing for a while, like a few months back as Yami Yugi. And then I got off the rails. Welcome back, Marin. But I think what I'm going to do is next week I'm going to finish Inscription as Yami Yugi. I'm going to play Inscription all of my days that I'm streaming next week and try and finish it if I can. Because I want to move on to different games. And there's a bunch of games that I'd love to play, like Beacon Pines. We played the demo of Beacon Pines when the Steam Next Fest had that, and we all loved that. And I'd love to play the full version. I picked it up in the Steam sale, so I would love to get onto that. And other things, of course. The Azelmagia, you got the tell, but you were slightly off on the timing since you are in the I dimension right now. Is that... Wait, what? Oh, did I fuck it up? I must have missed it. That's annoying. It feels like I nailed it. I saw it. I saw the sweat. I believe that I got it, but I guess I didn't. Girl, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna make you push it some more. A la 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 long. A la 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 long, 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 long. Hovering Headwear, let me give you a link to the VOD channel. Then not all the episodes are up. I do have a big batch of episodes that I do need to put up still. And I do apologize for any that are missing for the time being. But there will be more posted. I've been diligently downloading every episode that every stream of Ace Attorney that we put out as best I can. I almost deleted all of them the other day, but I did not. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Dark Jade, really have to feel sorry for Apollo right now. There are some things which you never want to see. And sounds like some interesting ideas here. Hope you enjoy those games. Thank you, Dark Jade. Yes.
I'm back.
Welcome back. People are, somebody says that I got it wrong and that I didn't actually get the armpit. I didn't tag it properly. I didn't tag my pits.
The timing of the statement, I think, is what they were saying.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we see it, though?
I thought we saw it. Mr.
Right, but
Brushel.
I don't think we activated. I don't know.
Let's find out.
Was it maybe the middle
I think
section
it was the middle
and then
statement.
Oh.
I
could have sworn I got it. Anyway.
Mr. Brushel, you're hiding something.
in those pits.
Yo, don't y'all yell all of a sudden like that. You'll give a high guy a heart attack. You'll give a high guy a heart attack.
You'll give a high guy a heart attack.
And that explains some things about Brushel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just the way you were moving just now, the way you were sweating. It was particularly suspicious. What's that supposed to mean?
So usually I'm just sort of averagely suspicious.
Sorry, my mistake. You're fine.
He's not fine.
I know I'm onto something here. Time to focus.
God, I have to look at it again.
No.
I hate. So right here.
Yes, the second statement he makes.
The second one.
Like the second
This one.
section.
Like that?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I did it too soon
Gross.
or
Well,
too late.
I think we saw like the tail end of it, and then it got to like the third section of the statement, and then stopped.
You never want to see the tail end of a pit stain.
No.
Ah.
You nasty bitch.
Sweat much, Mr. Brushel?
Got him.
Yeah, well,
He sweats.
Maybe I
Fucking
sweat.
human nasty little bitch boy.
a man can't help his glands, you know.
No.
It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets.
Imagine that being your legacy.
Sweating from my titties. You're hiding something about his talent. What? That's ridiculous. Evidence time. Let's show where Mr. Misham's true talent lay. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter.
It's the forgery, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. Maxus66, let's go. Best Ace Attorney game. Maybe not the best character. I'm enjoying the game, though.
I can't help but...
Oh, what?
Oh, maybe it was the other one, the original.
Oh, come on.
I can't help but wonder what the court is supposed to conclude from this evidence.
Well, we were outside of the perception world when we got it wrong last time.
Other than you've made a horrible mistake. Man burns bridge, forgets to cross first, end quote.
The fuck?
I'm thirsty.
How dare... Oh, right. I forgot. I've got to feed the judge. All right. Like our own little Tamagotchi.
Oh my god, he hasn't eaten in a month.
Very hungry.
Poor little
Oh, God.
guy.
Maxus66,
He's
thank you for
covered
the
in
follow.
shit.
Jesus.
Let's try that again. All I have to do is reveal
He's dead.
what Mr. Misham really was. That shouldn't be so hard, right? It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in the letter. The original?
Probably.
Okay.
There
Okay.
we go.
This,
I feel like that they should have been both.
They should have both like triggered the same
Doesn't make
reaction,
sense, like-
so yeah.
If one of them dictates what the... Yeah, anyway.
this painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. The first is it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham, and the other is the perspective is all wrong. And the second is that there was another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. And if I tried presenting that, you would go, what's that got to do with this? Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000,
Stop brushing your mouth.
which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries. Ouga!
He died that day.
I wish. I wish.
That is all, Your Honor. Everyone, please, everyone. Can we keep this private, please? This is my story, my scoop.
Forgery. That's a serious crime.
Drew Misham is known as an artist these days. But there were rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back. Furry art.
He got commissions by the suspiciously wealthy furries.
Suspicious commissions.
Another art, meaning forgery
Drew Misham was
of the
talented.
furry art.
Drew Misham was talented, all right. Talented at making precise, detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover. Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about... Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence. The rumors started circulating 7 years ago.
7 years ago. So are we to understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000 was for...
Exactly. Forged evidence nets tidy profit, end quote.
Crimium.
Chromium
Order, order,
River.
order.
The element of crime.
Chromium River, yeah.
Why, it's like our victim was living a double life.
Aha! This is my chance. Can I go to the bathroom?
No!
Damn it.
I need to
So the
take
victim
a
had
shit.
ties to the criminal world, right? He could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about.
This is my first time hearing of this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation.
But how do you explain all this money?
I'm rich.
You have
Yeah,
to
some
admit
people are
there's a...
just rich.
Oh. You have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activity here.
I take the shit from
What if that was just pocket change for the
Yeah.
person who bought the forgery?
I wipe with $100 bills.
Holla.
But there is no proof tying this letter to our case.
No.
Our case was and remains simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night.
We said that there wasn't any poison in the mug, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
What's going on?
No, we said there was no poison in the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
right.
found traces
That's
on the
right.
mug, but it wasn't in, like, when they took a sample of the coffee, it wasn't in
Right.
the coffee itself.
Me? Is anything about me? You want to say anything about
and
me?
you, of course. I'm sorry, I was so disgusted.
Hey,
by
hey,
that.
hey! The only thing I poison is my pen when I'm writing reviews.
All right, we get it. You're clever.
Is that the gist?
Mr. Brushel, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable.
Thank you.
It doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen.
Hey, don't talk bad about my cumin. What are you talking about? My journalism is rock solid. Journalism so solid you could stand an elephant on it. End quote. On it like a car bonnet.
In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony.
Oh, fuck off.
If we can ascertain the situation in that studio from the recap, the trial is over. Because that's a thing, I guess. Apollo, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's happening?
The jurist system is out of control already.
The cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have reason or means to poison him.
As long as there are no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera. That's what. I guess. Did I say your line? No, I didn't. Okay.
This next testimony is our last chance.
Mr. Brushel, your testimony, please.
The interview, a recap.
The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who poured the coffee. She's admitted as much herself. The only thing that touched Drew's lips during the interview was my lips. I mean, that mug.
He just casually throws that in there.
And nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter.
A nice test.
Oh, God. One sec, I've lost you. My headphone wire is dangerously close to yanking out at all times because of my proximity to the armrest. So forgive me, I can't hear you guys right now. Nobody can hear anything right now. Hang on. Uno momento.
For
There we
not.
go. Okay, can you hear me?
I'm making
Yes?
so
You could, I mean, you
many
could hear me before. I can
sexy-
hear you guys now. All right, sweet.
Sexy noises that you can't hear now.
Now you can say your line.
And
Oh,
can people hear us?
You can hear. You are being heard.
Okay.
cool. A nice testimony. Clear, succinct, and without any room for doubt.
Aw, shucks. You really think so?
I don't hear any game.
Yeah, because well, you don't.
Oh yeah, I don't hear
Oh,
game
you
audio.
don't. Okay, hang on. The chat, you can hear the sound effects, right? Matthew, thank you so much for the raid there. I do appreciate it. People are saying they can only hear me. You can hear Marin and Soupy, right? Matthew, thank you so much for the raid. Let me give a quick shout out to Matthew. Hope you are having fun listening. I'm guessing you are reading a book. I'm guessing you are reading one of some wrestlers' biographies. Thank you for the cashing in your star chips for a proto badger there and Koku no Megami. Thank you for unleashing that horror. It compensates for the horror that is Spark Brushel. Josh Bunton hears the game. Okay, I just need to fix it so Marin and Soupy can hear the game.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if there is game music at this point.
Well, I
there's,
couldn't even hear the ba-dump,
There's
ba-dump.
this. You should be able to hear that, which you. I
Oh
assume
yeah,
you
yeah,
can't.
can't hear the.
You're reading Bret Hart and watching the Brave Little Toaster. That must be an interesting combo. Did the Brave Little Toaster at any point have his career ended by Goldberg? Josh Bunton, thank you for the follow. Let me fix this so you guys can actually hear the audio output device. Maybe if I just start restreaming it. Let me know if this.
Yeah, try that.
Try that. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Let me try fixing this in general then. How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
You hear that? Okay. Good.
There it goes.
Goldberg kicked the aircon unit.
I believe this clarifies the situation that night.
Wembley TV. We were watching the Worthless song from Brave Little Toaster while Bret Hart was talking about El Dandy. What a combo. What a combo. Bret Hart. I feel like he's playing up the meme. I don't think he's that pissed at Goldberg. I think he's just realizing that, much like the Iron Sheik and B. Brian Blair, he actually might be able to make some money off of his general dislike of somebody.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your final cross-examination.
People forget how mind-blowing it was when that the Iron Sheik clip came out, and just mid-interview he goes, "Brian Blair, you motherfucker," like just starts really going off on him. It just seemed like out of nowhere. And now it's just part and parcel of him.
Right. I still have one trump card left to play. And I won't let this trial end until I use it. Worse than Michael Jordan.
Man, that's bringing us back some memories. The interview, a recap. So are we presenting now or pressing?
I think we're pressing.
Okay.
I don't want to look at his pits anymore.
Nah.
But that doesn't prove Vera poisoned it.
How many times have we heard that one here, Forehead? The poison reached its victim via that coffee mug. And from where did that coffee mug... Blah, 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 blah. And from where did that coffee come?
Dava.
Who came in that coffee? Not to beat a dead horse again and again, but perhaps you could fill us.
The coffee came from a dead horse?
I
Yes.
beat off the horse.
I'm on it. You need a horse beat? I'm your man.
He is into furry stuff. Mr. Blaze 231564, thank you for the follow.
Are horses furries or are they? What are they?
Horses are furries?
I think that would count as... I feel like the main two categories are like furries and scalies. So I think horses would fit into...
But what about
furries.
birds?
Horses don't fit in much, depending.
Featheries?
Yeah, is
And
there a
you
word for
witnessed.
birds?
And you witnessed her pouring the coffee? Of course I didn't witness it. When she came in with that tray, the coffee was already poured in a steam and...
Let us not forget the defendant has admitted to pouring the coffee herself.
Ninja Warlord, thank you for the 10 bits. Do you think Phoenix's
Yes.
penis sweats when he is nervous?
Only
Yes.
one way to find out. Let's get those
It's
eyeballs
like-
going.
No, he's like nervous and cornered, and there's like a wet spot on the front of his pants. He's like,
Oh,
"No, I
God.
didn't piss myself. It's just my penis sweating."
It's fine. It's just penis sweat, everyone.
Ah. Okay.
He has to wear like a padded jockstrap to absorb the sweat. He's like, no, I'm not trying to make myself look better.
It's just my dick sweat.
Wow.
He's self-lubricating.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the disgusting part.
Would be so slippery. That's sweaty.
You got a great butt.
I heard.
Keep going.
Sorry. I just saw Nirvana's
Yes.
comment.
I heard her statement. I poured, I served, and I killed.
Mavana, thank you for resubscribing for 2 years. Thank you for the 2 years of sub. I get here and the first thing I hear is penis sweat. God, I love you guys. That's all Marin and Soupy. And also the
Excuse
chat.
me, that was not us. That
We
was
didn't
Ninja
come up with it in the
Warlord.
first place, yeah.
Ninja Warlord birthed penis sweats.
Yeah, Ninja Warlord enables us.
I feel you, Apollo.
Ninja Warlord goes on his own path.
Yeah.
Josh Bunton, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. A pleasure to make your ass acquaintance.
What?
That last part was just a little joke.
I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with this coffee mug. I need to find another weak spot in this case.
Josh is subbing for more penis sweat jokes. Okay.
See, Martin,
What?
we're making you money.
Yeah.
You just admitted you didn't come up with that one.
See, Martin, Ninja Warlord is...
Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. Penis sweat, Marin 2022.
Yes. I can't wait until I run
And
for
that's the
politics.
promise.
It's... Your penis will sweat.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time.
A hype train for penis sweat is close.
One of
Yeah.
those candies is something. Might have been poisoned.
Yet, at the time of the autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room.
Thank you for
How do
bonking
you
the
know?
chat. Thank you for bonking Marin, Charlotte. Thank you for both of those. And X the Dark One, thank you for the raid. Shout out to X the Dark One. I hope that you had fun. I assume you were playing Pokemon? I don't know. X the Dark One, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a blast. And thank you for bonking Soupy for good measure there, Charlotte. Thank you.
Not to be left out.
Do love a good bonk.
Hell yeah.
And no mint residue was found.
You were playing Pokemon X. Did you do anything cool? Did you catch any cool Pokemon? Did any funny glitches happen?
It was a long shot anyway.
Blaze Girl 10, thank you for the 500 bits. You just got us kicked off on a hype train. Thank you for blazing it. Thank you for blazing that hype. Way to go.
Oh,
Yugi.
I need to get you the woohoo footage
It's-
of Phoenix and Miles.
You
I'm
do-
very.
you do
Oh
you.
my god! Oh my god! I can't believe I didn't talk about The Sims at all.
Well, it's too late
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Rari Krika, thank you
made
for gifting a sub to Danny with the daylight.
I made a Phoenix and Miles sim in The Sims, right? And apparently I forgot I made a sim of myself, and it's old. And I only know it's old because the pronouns are she, her, and it goes by Mari when I was first toying with shortening my name. So, anyway, Miles and Phoenix walk into like a party and they see Mari and they're both extremely attracted to her. So much so that like I have the Wicked Whims mod downloaded and it has like an attractiveness feature. And if you are a certain level of like, damn, that person is super hot, it will have a prompt come up and tell you how hot your sim thinks that person is. Both Phoenix and Miles had a prompt come up and say, holy fucking shit, this person is the hottest fucking person I have ever seen. My fucking god. And anyway, so it's been going great. We moved in together. Also, it was great because there was one time Phoenix and Miles were having sex on the bar because I had lost track of where my character was.
Thank you, Ribbon Flag.
And so then my character came up, fist pumped, and went, yeah, and just walked away.
Thank you for the head pat, man.
Also, Phoenix is a slut who keeps sleeping with everyone in town because I'm just like curious as to how easy it is to get certain people to sleep with you. And so Phoenix got pregnant And I was like, oh, what if Miles isn't the father before he gave birth? But I kind of like wrote it off because whatever. Phoenix gave birth to an alien baby, and I do not know which person he slept with was an alien. None of them have come out as aliens.
Like Battlestar Galactica.
So anyway, Sebastian DeBest is their child. Mari sleeps in Sebastian's room.
Wow.
And Phoenix and Miles sleep together in the same bed. This beautiful house.
I'm pretty sure Brusham is the father. Brushel. Spark Brushel.
Oh no.
Russian.
He's the alien.
Brush him.
Brusham.
Brusher.
Yami Hataru, thank you for the 10 bits. What about Vagina Sweat? And Ryu Krieger, thank you for the 10 bits. LMAO, and how appropriate it went to my name twin. Woo, hype. And Saint 10 Jimmy, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome. We're in chaotic hours right now. And thank you for getting us on a hype train, folks. I do appreciate it. In fact,
Edgeworth
I
is a lawyer.
need to put a hype train. Hang on.
Into the weenie
Edgeworth
mobile.
is a lawyer.
Weenie man
And
away.
Phoenix is an actor.
This hype train is making my hemorrhoids do the Harlem
All right. Thank you for getting us on that hype train.
It was a long shot anyway.
If we get to level 5, we get kisses.
Don't.
Yeah.
panic.
And
We
I'm
haven't
trying
seen
to
kisses
make
in
it.
a while.
I gotta get some footage of the reason why I brought up The Sims is because I need to get footage for the woohoo every time we break a new record.
Don't tell me you're trying to prove this.
And I have gorgeous pictures of threesomes, by the way, if you ever want that.
Not on my stream.
Martin hates freedom.
You think the victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee?
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof.
The possibility is there, I can feel it. Just maybe not prove it, not yet. And possibility isn't going to cut it, not now. Mr. Misham ingested that poison via a route other than the coffee. I can prove it or
I
not
think
yet.
we can't prove
I'm gonna
it yet.
say he wouldn't have made that comment about how he couldn't necessarily prove it yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It can't be proven.
proven Janai.
I do believe our little forehead is growing up.
They do one of those little marker things where they put it on his head and they like scribble and it shows he's grown an inch or something.
He's like, "Nyeh."
I thought we were just drawing on his forehead.
That too.
Pity. We liked the rash, youthful forehead best. Who is we? Royal we?
Another hole in this case that needs plugging before I can prove anything.
Oh, I have more than
But
one.
first things first, I'd better uncover a weak spot before I try to strike again.
And Vastia, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a redeem.
Somebody fucking clip that.
On with the cross-examination. We'll have to talk about those holes later.
He does kind of look like the Dean a little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, if the dean just like
Let himself
wasn't
go.
ready to give up on his hair.
If the Dean was fired from his job as Dean.
yeah,
BB
grew
Asher,
something
thank
out
you for
on-
the follow, BB.
I like to think he has reverse male pattern baldness. He only is able to grow hair on the top of his head.
Male pattern hawkness. I guess I'm still pressing.
Yeah.
Shove him.
Not one thing? You're sure? Yep, sure as sure can be. Well, with one exception.
One exception. What?
My titties. Journalist.
Isn't that two exceptions?
Well, when you put them together, journalist Spark Brushel does interview, leave studio, end quote.
Okay.
Come on. It's a joke, get it? Not funny, I know, but still. Did something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before?
Now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts, I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio that night?
Just one thing. I'm
Just
guessing.
one thing.
Your mom.
I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that has vanished from the crime scene.
What's he on about?
By which you mean something other than our witness?
Of course.
Don't tell me. Vera Misham.
Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional.
Then let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice.
Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the scene.
The tiny frame?
No.
The forged painting?
No. I believe it's the mailbox.
Oh, mail would have
well,
been taken,
because,
right?
Yeah, there was a contradiction with the color of the mail, so.
Okay.
This is the only link between that studio and the outside world.
A letterbox?
What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter.
Sexual. That is their relationship.
I think that's, to be fair, I think that's our answer for almost every
Except Larry.
relationship pairing question.
Yeah.
Larry should. Larry.
Yeah.
I don't.
I said that, and yeah, it was true. Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put the letter in a yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox.
Ah!
But that very same letterbox was empty. In other words, that night the yellow envelope disappeared.
Ah, yes. Intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing.
Huh?
He has a point, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
What we're trying to figure out here is how the poison got into Mr. Measham. Is it really important that this envelope the witness says he saw disappeared?
Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. Ooh. That seems very important to me.
Very well, then. The witness will add this to his testimony.
I'm going to be right back. I need to use the bathroom real quick, but I will be a minute.
Okie dokie. Okay.
Man, so many things to talk about.
Talk about your Sims.
Well, Sebastian. Okay, so we can talk about Sebastian then, because he's about to go into university, right?
Oh, already?
Yeah, and I'm kind of like trying to figure out what he should do. Because I think I want him to be like in robotics, maybe. I want him to make like a robot maid. Because I'm tired of doing the dishes.
Wait, did he just like age really fast because he's part alien or what?
No,
Or
you
did
can,
your
like,
Sims get old?
my Sims are getting older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to like, but also like I'm waiting until he gets to a certain age, like young adult, and then I'm gonna turn off the aging, and then
Oh, okay.
his parents will still be in the adult phase, and I can have them drink potion of youths until they get younger. Probably not like until they're all the same age or anything, but I can at least make it so that they won't die for a while longer. And then they also have like short, medium, and long lifespans. So I had also like while Sebastian was a tiny little baby, I put that on the shortest lifespan. So that way he could age up as quickly as possible.
I'm back.
But yeah.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I gotta put the fucking Gavin brothers in my Sims game.
Yeah.
Add this to the testimony.
You got it.
I still think this fails to change anything here, Forehead.
I wouldn't be so sure. A letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. This is exactly the opening I've been looking for.
Oh, he's got openings.
A letter was put in the post from the studio, but I hardly think that matters.
Oh, but does
Press?
I'm guessing press.
Yeah, shove him.
Nothing could be more serious than an envelope disappearing from that studio. And you were hiding that fact from us.
Fucking liar.
Yes, well, actually,
Oh dear.
I don't argue the possibility that a letter disappeared from that studio. But here, Forehead, isn't there a much more serious question before us?
right. How Mr. Mission was poisoned, I know. But how Mr. Brushell's testimony has changed, which means the facts of this case have changed. Fuck. But Mr. Brushell's testimony has changed, which means the facts of the case have too. And what he's told us means something entirely different now, I'm starting to think.
Let's keep thinking, Apollo.
It's difficult.
Oh, maybe we need to go back to that statement where we had to say we couldn't prove
Oh
it.
yeah. This one, was it?
I think it was the second or third, I feel like. Let's try that one.
Witness to pouring the coffee.
Of course I didn't witness it. Blah.
Okay. This one?
Try that one.
Didn't you kiss him?
Mwah.
Excuse me. No.
Possibility is there. So I should try proving it?
Yes.
Okay, I can prove it. I'm trusting you.
Proof is possible. Here goes nothing.
Oh boy. Oh, do that to my fucking dick, boy.
I'll play my little baby guitar.
Yes.
You do understand.
His little
what we
baby
need, yeah.
guitar.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm
Baby.
just horny. I'm just
My
hormones at
baby
this
guitar.
point. Leave my dick alone.
Proof.
Hey, your dick is the baby guitar?
Look, we can talk about this later. I can show you all the fingerings, all the frets.
Proof here, Forehead, not possibilities.
Of course. And Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof.
What did you say?
I have proof of the disappearing envelope. I saw him writing the letter, I did.
Which was picked up by the mailman, I assume.
Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it.
Stamp. Ah.
As we all know, stamps come with dried glue on the back. In order to use the glue, you have to... Oh.
You gotta lick it, boy.
You have to wet it. By licking the stamp.
No one. No, wow. Wow, that is quite the personal judgment, Clavier.
No one worth talking to actually licks stamps in this day and age.
Sure.
But Drew Measham wasn't worth talking to.
Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He doesn't
You
like
had to
you.
wet it with your penis sweat.
He's dead after all. Jesus.
Just fucking run the stamp along the shaft of your dick.
Come on.
Yep.
Slap it.
Right on the back, sealed with a dick.
Just imagine the wet swamp. Okay.
You just slap it right onto the envelope.
Okay.
So, he licked the stamp. But wait!
Vampiro, thank you for
There's
catching it.
more.
Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. You heard the man Apollo spit on him. I mean it.
How does that explain the atroquinine on the rim of the coffee mug?
Well, obviously he likes to rest his dick on the rim of the coffee mug while he's painting.
Obviously. Yeah.
I do. I have a dick rest for sure.
It's to warm up his dick over the coffee a little.
You don't want a cold dick.
No.
If he licked the back of a poison stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, yes?
Nothing eats away at inspiration faster than a cold dick.
What would then happen
Have you
if
ever
he-
just been like sat down to paint and you're just like, God damn it, my dick is cold.
I get my dick warmer.
What would then happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth, You'd be tasting dick.
Oh.
Those traces
Wish it
on
were
the
me.
mug weren't the killer's dong. It was the other way around.
That dong was traces on the mug. The killer.
What?
I don't know
You
anymore.
heard me.
The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Misham. Mr. Misham poisoned the coffee mug himself.
Thank you for bonking me, Carmichael.
Mr. Mission was venomous, not poisonous.
Appreciate it.
Order, order, order. But that does it?
Recall, if you would. Atroquinine is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he entered the stamp on that... when he put the stamp on that envelope.
When he entered the envelope.
But he mailed himself.
That's
That's how he escaped.
Ice Ice Baby DJ, thank you for bonking Marin.
But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe.
I hear a happy meatball.
Oh, and bonk for Soupy for good measure.
Uh-huh,
Yay.
Yep. Mhm.
Thank you for bonking Soupy Rippenfly. And Vistia, thank you for the 10 bits. What if Mr. Misham just likes blue raspberry lipstick?
You have something to add, Mr. Brussel?
I have something to take away.
And Badin says thank you for bonking the chat as well.
Uh-oh, his nose is picking up another scent.
I don't like that.
As I believe I mentioned earlier. Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote. But, you know, I don't seem to remember him ever finding one.
I think we know where we got it.
Maybe he just run out?
Ice Ice Baby DJ, thank you for the 100 bits. And you say, my dick.
Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the scene of the crime. Good lord, that's
Good-
a lot
good
of tongue
grief.
work. There were no stamps.
That-
Not a
That's
single
what she
one.
said.
Yes, boy.
Yeah.
That does pose a problem. How will you prove that the stamp was coated with poison?
Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp he used was poisoned possible.
Good show. Good show.
Ninja Warlord, thank you for the 10 bits. You think Clavia comes on stamps instead of licking them?
Yes.
I hope
The only
so.
people worth talking to are the ones that come on stamps, you know.
Yeah.
I want to be pen pals.
You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place.
I think that's
we can.
Peen Pals.
What?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say anyway.
Why not?
Where's your evidence that proves the existence of this poison stamp? Well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really little.
It's my size.
Ah, little guy size.
It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself.
I noticed that during my fuck off. I noticed that too during my inspection. So what?
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Apparently you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw this frame,
That's you.
it was missing something quite important.
Missing something.
Yes, a pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. Atroquinine that residue. Gross stuff.
We are doing very good.
What? Why wasn't I told about this?
Look at this lack of photograph.
The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most.
You aren't saying.
The perfect size for a picture of your penis, Clavier.
My penis is very large, thank you.
Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame?
Your
Your
dick.
A
penis.
commemorative stamp, perhaps?
Order, order, order.
Everybody has a big dick, okay? It's fine.
You have 6 inches. You have 6 inches. It's fine.
You all have 6 inches.
Look under your chairs. It's a dick. The Azulmagia, thank you for the 10 bits. I feel like anytime Emma does an investigation, she's like, God, I can't wait to not tell Clavia about this.
He can't wait to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
The
quiet
poison
quitting.
stamp was in the frame? Yeah. She's been quiet quitting for years and they just won't notice.
She's a quiet quitting queen.
Impossibly.
Prosecutor Gavin.
Why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me he had it there so he could commit suicide if the mood struck.
You know, can I say something? I had a thought, see?
What, Mr. Brushel? And please stop jittering around like that.
The victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in the line of work, in that line of work.
Stop touching your nips.
Forger forges friends makes enemies too, end quote.
Ravi Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. I'll take 6 inches is 4'10".
Yeah, you can put them on underneath your shoes, like on heels.
So the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him.
If your high heel breaks, just use your dildo.
His baby guitar.
Oh, rich. That's rich. Like me. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to the governor's song lyrics, please.
Hi, Meepa.
Became British.
Finally, something we agree on.
Look, he doesn't even know what his accent is.
He's from Europe.
Yeah. The stump
His accent is European.
Yeah. No, European.
Yeah.
The stamp was a murder weapon. Nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one.
Oh, I disagree.
Again.
Recall,
Don't mind if I do.
recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail.
The mail.
Thank you, E-Man, for bonking Marin. I do appreciate that. Thank you for spending your star chips wisely. And Duskbringer 13, thank you for the 10 bits. Clavia clearly has never met Shelley the Killer.
Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew red letters, a stamp would be the perfect weapon.
I can't believe Clavier exists in this world and is just like, who would kill someone?
Ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof. Show us evidence that this poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon.
Oh, the red envelope is the one returned, right? This enclosed stamp.
The enclosed stamp. Yep.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We will hang out here with the la 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 la.
It's a very tense time until Marin gets back.
We've been going for just over 3 hours, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know that we've had a bit of a lull in stream, so it's nice to see so many of you come out for the Ace Attorney stream today. The Azul Magia, thank you for the 10 bits. Murder is a simple affair. Just ask my former band member who recorded a murder to frame a blind but not really child of killing a government agent in order to smuggle bugs across the border.
Yeah, he was literally just involved. And he's like, who would go through such lengths to murder somebody?
That is pretty absurd. Although I guess Clavia, I feel, has one of those selective memories.
Welcome back.
Welcome
True.
back.
I think it's just all the drugs he does.
I might not have evidence per se, but things are finally starting to come together. I feel like I should have a cigar in my mouth when I say that.
Things are finally starting to come together.
Yeah, baby.
What is it, Apollo? Your fists are trembling.
I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Misham was killed.
Well, fill us in, Mr. Justice.
A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death.
Isn't this the envelope? The one from 7 years ago?
Think about the text of the letter again. Think about the text of the letter again. There were 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 100 bits. Clavia, murder is a simple business. Phoenix, the last murderer I convicted was the ghost of my ex-girlfriend. We literally sent her back to hell.
I want to draw your attention to one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor.
Ah!
In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp, poison on the stamp, lick, lick, gasp, end quote.
That's the name of my porn!
Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked?
He would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and then put the stamp on it, right? Then he would put it in his letterbox.
15 minutes wouldn't have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would be taken away from the scene.
Quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system.
Baby guitar.
Yes, boy.
Yas!
Such a splendid imagination you have here, Forehead.
Bleh.
Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might.
So Straw Hat says, the lengths people go to for murder in this series are ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as the lengths Giovanni went to create Mewtwo. Mewtwo? Mewtwo. That's like the cow version of Mewtwo.
That was the first Mewtwo.
Yeah.
1, 2. Mew 1. I don't know.
Well, there was Mew, and then there was Mewtwo, and then there was Mewtwo.
I see. Redbeard Elite, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1 for 22 months. Hey, Daddy and Mama. I'm not sure who we're talking about. Am I Daddy and Mama? Am I both?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'll take that. Don't
There
make
are
me
3
pull
of
this
us
car
here.
around.
You are both of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said confirm.
So this poisoned stamp was inside this envelope from 7 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you'd have us believe? Really?
You not? Well,
It is a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility.
Garrett Arcane, thank you for the 500 bits. We dread the arrival of Boo 2, at least if you are a plumber. Big old Boo. Don't want to boo.
Yes. A very small possibility. How small, I wonder? A poison stamp in this envelope. A stamp that then became the murder weapon.
Thank you for the hoo-ha there, Psychic Space Cow.
How do you intend to prove this seeming coincidence?
Well,
ah, it was 7 years ago, and we don't even know who sent that letter. God.
And your answer is silence, I see. Very well. I move to...
Redbeard Elite, thank you for cashing in your star chips for a Proto Badger redeem there. Is this Christoph?
I think this is you.
I think it's Emma.
Emma? Oh, it's not nice to pick on the Fraulein, Clavier.
No.
Nope, it was Soupy.
Well, she's quoting him.
Oh.
Ah, Emma.
He had a little PTSD flashback there. Oh my god.
He is traumatized.
We saw inside of Clavier.
Christoph never even says Fraulein.
That was weird.
Yeah, I know. It was weird. Did you like my Christoph Gavin impression? Did I sound like him?
He doesn't even say that.
Fraulein, don't traumatize the Fraulein.
Just don't quit your day job.
Shut the fuck up. I'm good at this.
Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fraulein Detective?
Someone had to come dig you out of all the mess you're making of this case.
Emma Josh Bunton is basically like she is a forensic scientist, but she's not like the head.
She's a detective, but
She
she
delegates.
wants to be a forensic detective.
Right.
And she didn't pass that test, and she's very salty about it.
Mess.
You know, none of this would happen if you just trusted in science a little more. You can find out if that stamp was in that envelope. Easy.
Care to explain yourself, Fraulein Detective?
Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side.
Science, damn you.
It's all in the residue, right?
It always is.
That's right. The poison detection spray.
Produce the red envelope at once. You can open it on the authority of the court.
I want to look inside the envelope.
Hi, Bubby.
All right. Oh, we're spraying? Okay.
Yep. Even though we have the forensic scientist here.
Yes. Yep, that's where the stamp was.
Well, would you look at that?
No mistaking it. That's atroquinine residue. Beep beep beep. Beep 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 beep.
I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past. Now, 7 years later, it bears its fangs at last.
Objection.
Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago? I want it that way. There is one possibility.
It was the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, whoever
Yeah.
sang that. I don't know.
No, that was Backstreet Boys. you were
Backstreet.
right.
They were in the back street hanging out, ready to do the murder.
All right.
Those
The
boys.
boys.
There were some boys involved. A group of boys. Maybe Mr. Misham figured it out.
Figured out what? Figured what out?
He realized that the person who sent that letter wanted him dead. So he sent his reply with a different stamp.
So then why would he still use the fucking
Yeah, what the
stamp?
fuck?
And put his decisive evidence in a frame.
Hang on, y'all.
Stop sniffing.
Ah, you're still here?
Can I make a statement here on the record? Spark Razor Toothbrush'll claim this scoop as mine. Drew Misham killed in cold blood, yep, by a sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote. And I'm gonna draw some little trees over there, and that's gonna be nice. No, maybe something more succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay, end quote.
Josh Bunton, thank you for the 69 bits. Take my salty bits and go away, Clavia. Thank you for the salty bits there, Josh.
Absolutely not.
Sprinkle.
Stay here.
Order, order, order! I see no room for further argument here. Though I admit, this is all coming as quite a shock. To think the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp his ticket straight to the afterlife, end quote. Uh-oh, I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge. I see no need for further debate on this matter.
Debate me!
Changed my
The
mind.
sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant. Apollo.
I think we just won. I'm glad the jury wasn't involved.
Very well. This court finds the defendant.
Very annoying. Baby guitar again.
He's doing this so
4
much.
times.
Beautiful boy. Look at those fingers.
Is this the bright future of our legal system?
Well, no, because we're just doing the same thing we always do.
Yeah. Prosecutor. Gavin, did you just burp in my ear?
A ticket to do the afterlife from 7 years ago. Tickets for Governor's shows are invalid after 2 weeks.
And they're about as painful.
I'll show you pain.
But it doesn't make sense any other way.
It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in here, Forehead's claim.
All right.
A contradiction?
A poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago. Whereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Drew Nisham have done what he did?
Emma explained that. He must have realized it was poisoned.
Therein lies the rub. 7 years ago, the forger Drew Misham sensed a trap and put the stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but this begs the question. Why, 7 years later, did he use that stamp on the night of the murder? Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. He put the murder weapon in a frame on his desk for 7 years and forgot. You expect us to believe he sprang the trap on himself?
I'm still here.
Well, I admit this is all quite shocking myself. It does seem highly unlikely that he would fall afoul of a trap that had been sitting on his desk for 7 years. Apollo.
Imagine like needing to put like a post-it note on it being like, this is poisoned.
Do not lick.
I don't think we're winning anymore.
Ah, I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality.
Oh, there goes
We've
gravity.
been waiting for you.
Mom
Eminem, I'm
spaghetti.
going to throw you.
Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in this envelope?
The poison stamp.
Fucking.
Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to court for us? I see no proof that such a thing ever existed.
But I want it to! What about the atroquinine residue, huh?
That could have just been his atroquinine frame.
Oh, I agree. That does seem to be atroquinine residue. But here, forehead, it's certainly no stamp.
Yeah, but...
Even if your precious poison stamp did exist, Drew Misham never would have used it. That is all.
He famously said, I will never lick a stamp in my entire life.
I read his autobiography.
Can I go? I mean...
I believe we've come to a conclusion. Again. Apollo, were we wrong the whole time?
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 100 bits. Mission. Damn, I'm out of stamps. Guess I better use this one. Lick stamp. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well. That's probably as easy as it could have gone down, yeah.
He's like, this doesn't taste like my usual stamps.
I can't believe it. The poison traces match up. It can't be coincidence.
I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year.
It's been one day, Judge. I mean,
No rush, though. Mr. Justice,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's review the facts and see where we stand. Except I'm sitting. 7 years ago, Drew Measham received a red envelope. There were traces of the poison atroquinine on the document inside that envelope. A similar trace was also found at the crime scene. On this tiny picture frame. The defense has indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope. An envelope that left the scene of the crime with the poison stamp on it.
Yes, but even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, and Drew Misham, knowing this, put it in a frame.
I'm guessing there'll be a place to stop here shortly. I don't want to stop
I
in
think
the
so, too.
in the middle of repeating everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never would have used that stamp.
I'm afraid you're right. Which means there is a fatal flaw in the defense's case.
Fatal flaw in your face.
Hey!
There's literally no such thing as a flaw on my face.
I haven't been on the wrong track this whole time, I'm sure of it. The traces of atroquinine, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us?
The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. We've seen that the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be fake.
Ah, a fake clue. Fascinating. And if we find this fake, your wild fantasies will prove quite reasonable, yeah?
The fake clue that's thrown us off the poison's trail is none other than... Drew Misham. Wait.
Yes, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the only one I could see being kind of
Yeah.
an anomaly, yeah.
Maybe him mailing off the letter.
The victim was the fake clue? I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'll explain. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Objection!
let me get through it. God damn it.
Congratulations, you've completely lost me. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of the fake himself, the forger? It makes a good story, I'll give you that.
I'm thinking. The fake clue. Fakes. Forgeries. Ah.
I know that face. That's the I just had an idea face.
So rare with me.
I know.
I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. What if our forger is the fake?
Come again.
7 years ago, our forger sniffed a trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why?
That's what I want to know.
Because the forger who was killed was a fake.
Here we are again. The victim was a fake.
Thank you for the hoo-ha redeem there, Void Vet. I do appreciate you cashing in your starters for a hoo-ha.
One forger smelled the trap. The other forger dealt the trap. I mean, fell into the trap. That's 2 forgers, and one of them was a fake.
Order, order, order.
I'm starting to wonder if Sparkles Brusham is
Sparkles Brusham.
what's his name?
Spark Brushel.
Spark
Brushel.
Sparkles Brusham.
I think that maybe that Drew Misham disguised himself as him or something. I don't know, and got out of there.
You'll see.
So you are telling us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was the fake, who was the real forger?
Sparkles Brusham.
You'd better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo, which is definitely a word I would say.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to back up your story.
Was his dick sweat fake too?
No, that was real. That was real all
real
along.
thing about this.
Mr. Justice, show us just who the real Drew Misham was.
If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person it could have been. Understood, Your Honor. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was...
Wait,
No, Vera.
Oh,
Vera.
yep.
There
Who
can,
was phone?
there can be only one explanation, really. The real identity of the forger known as Drew Misham is none other than... his only daughter, Vera Misham.
Order, order, order. Mr. Justice, this is going out on a limb even for you. Kinda agree. I mean, Vera, a forger?
Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes quite clear. Forgery had been taking place in that studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in that trap 7 years ago. This can only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger, I guess.
Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense.
One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham and Vera Misham's. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. The forger was Vera Misham. Well, God damn it.
Fascinating.
All right.
Vera Misham? You've been paying attention to the trial so far?
Let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger, Drew Misham?
Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face?
She had a feeling?
She's staring holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face.
I'm used to being stared at by Fraulines, believe me. Although they usually talk to me, too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art?
Yes.
Gil,
So the forger, Drew Misham, was you?
Yes, it was me.
Oh, it's a crying face.
What? What?
All right.
the court was in uproar and it wasn't coming down. It won't be in down roar. We had to break for a 10-minute recess. And that's your to be continued. All right.
To be continued.
All right, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I missed your follow there. Let's keep going, but let's save there and call it a stream, I think.
Yes.
All right, we've been going 3.5 hours. Pretty good
Yeah.
for our. I guess having a break. Well, we just went half an hour over. It's all good. All right, October 8th. We're on to October 8th, 1:24 p.m. But we'll come back to that next Sunday. But I feel like we're starting to unravel things. We've obviously realized that the forger in question was not Drew. It was Vera. I wonder if there was a pun with Vera, my sham. I don't know. Vera. I guess
don't think
Vera.
so.
Vera is like probably taken from the Latin related to veracity. So the real,
It might be.
verified, conformity to facts, accuracy, veracity. So it might be an intentional. Be like, this is the real forger. I don't know. Right.
Interestingly, I think it's in French, maybe, that Trucy's name is Verity, right?
Interesting.
Cute.
Along those same lines.
That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Ryrie Creek, thank you for the 10 bits. It's been fun. Love you all. Have a great night. See you all next time. Bye. All right. We are going to call it there, guys. We'd like, I imagine, are you guys okay with trying to do another Power Wash stream tomorrow night? Do you want to try that?
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm good if you guys are.
Unless anything comes up.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. We can aim for that. Let's see. Veritas is Latin for truth. Right. It's probably not far off that. Let's raid somebody. Let's see who's live. Before we raid somebody, Marin, was there anybody you wanted to, or was there anything you wanted to shout out, or is there anything you want to say in the chat before we pop off?
Thanks for fluffing my ego today, guys.
A lot of ego fluffing.
There were a lot of people talking about my clavier today. I felt very nice.
Oh.
And Soupy, was there anything you wanted to say before we head off and raid someone?
Thanks for chilling with us, everybody.
Heck yeah, it was a good time. I'm really glad we got to play this again together. I really missed it.
Me too. Yeah.
We are going to raid Ed Bosco, and he's just chatting. I assume it'll be some sort of enthusiastic sports-related conversation. I know he likes sports ball. Dark Jade, things are indeed starting to come together. Looking forward to coming back next week, and looking forward to finishing Apollo Justice. That's going to be a good time. We can move on to the 3DS games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. All right, folks. Let's raid Ed Bosco. Let's give him a cheeky raid on this Sunday afternoon. Late Sunday afternoon. We'll be back again tomorrow with Power Wash Simulator late at night. I would also like to stream some more Inscription tomorrow as Yami Yugi in the afternoon, my time, at the usual time. And then next week, we'll come back with more of this on Sunday. But until then, take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Let's raid Ed Bosco.